The Answer. Prepare to have your mind opened. The lies of the mainstream media are about to be exposed, and the hypocrisy of the left is about to be revealed. This is a revolution in how you think about politics, race, and culture. You've tuned into Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560. The Answer.
I'm coming in hot. Yeah, coming in hot. Just like the fajita. I write what I live. My life in the speaker. I'm nice with the flow.
Welcome to this week's edition of Black and Right Radio on AM 560 The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony, live in studio. Felt great to take last week off, but God, dog it, I missed it. I really missed it, but I want to first and foremost thank Aaron Del Mar and Christina McCloy for filling in my stead. You guys did a great job. I got a lot of positive feedback. I think Aaron invited the whole UN and probably the whole United States Congress into studio or over the phone lines. But great job, Aaron Del Mar and Christina McCloy. I really appreciate you guys for filling in for me. It was, again, a good show. From what I listened to it on and off, because last week I was out with my good friend Tom Sadeka, and we were loading up supplies for the Wall of Honor. The Wall of Honor is moving soon, and they were loading up supplies in a big old Mack truck that were going down to help out. I believe it was North Carolina, and then the next day they were in Joliet doing it for, I want to say Florida. So I had a great time, met a lot of new people. It was just, it's just something about giving back, helping out your fellow people, even though we're miles and thousands of miles away from each other. You can still help people that are in need. So that, if anybody knows me, that's something that I love to do as it relates to helping people. So that was a really, really, really good thing to do. I miss so much. There's so much that has happened since I, you had Kamala Harris sitting down with Brett Baer, Trump speaking at the Al Smith dinner, and Kamala and Tim Walz not showing up. I want to get your take on this, and please give us a call because I really want to get your take on this. There was something that transpired, something that happened at a Kamala rally that I believe ties in with her, the reason why she didn't show up to the Al Smith dinner. Being around a bunch of Catholics who believe in Jesus. You know what? Let's take Trump slapping at her first. Here's Trump at the Al Smith dinner, and listen to what Trump says. And I think Trump kind of, I believe he had a little inkling as well. Listen to what Trump has to say, and then I'm going to play you an audio clip from the Kamala's rally. I want to say it was Wisconsin or Detroit. I don't know which rally it was from, but here's Donald Trump.
But my opponent feels like she does not have to be here, which is deeply disrespectful to the event and in particular to our great Catholic community. Very disrespectful. The last Democrat not to attend this important event was Walter Mondale, and it did not go very well for him.
Didn't he lose 49 states? My good friend Jim Economos has walked in. What's up, brother? How you doing?
Well, just a beautiful day here in paradise. I can't beat this weather. If we have climate change, this kind of climate change, I'm all for it.
But, now I want to play something that came out. Now, I don't know if they said that news agencies have reported on it. I hope this isn't one of those cheap fakes, deep fakes, or whatever they want to call it. But I want you to hear so there were some protesters being kicked out of a Kamala rally. And one of the protesters yelled this.
While Trump was at the Al Smith dinner to raise money for Catholic charities, Kamala Harris sure seemed to be making fun of someone that yelled, "Jesus is Lord," at her rally. Kamala was giving a speech in Wisconsin, and about 20 minutes in, a group that was being escorted out started chanting, "Jesus is Lord," which, knowing Kamala, is probably the most terrifying thing she's heard since "you're polling at 3%.
guys are at the wrong rally.
Wow.
No, I think you meant to go to the smaller one down the street.
So, somebody in the crowd, if you couldn't hear it, somebody yelled, "Jesus is Lord." And Kamala Harris, the person that's running for president of the United States of America, if you're a believer, you believe in Jesus, you believe in the Bible, Kamala Harris just told that person, you're at the wrong rally because they yelled out, "Jesus is Lord." Think about that for a minute, Jim. The person that's on the Democrat ticket didn't show up to an event where Christians were, and then at a rally said, "You're at the wrong rally." You think there's some connection somewhere where she has some deep issue with Christianity?
Well, I think she has a big disconnect from a lot of reality.
Because she grew up in India. I mean, with the Hindu faith, correct?
Yep, and and she's not black either.
Well, we know this. We definitely know she's not that. But I want to get your take.
You ain't black.
We know this now. And I got an audio clip from Candace. Candace Owens has been doing a superb job as it relates to, there was some picture that Kamala put in her book that she said it was her grandma. Well, come to find out, it wasn't her grandma that she put in this book. It was some person in the neighborhood or Jamaica somewhere who Kamala tried to pass off as her grandmother. Dude, when people show you who they are, believe them. Have you ever heard of that saying, Jim?
Yep. Well, she's also been accused. There's been a lot of information coming about her plagiarizing a lot of things.
Well, what's the Christopher Rufo?
Yeah, there's been a ton.
Yeah, but Christopher Rufo has actually done a whole expose on it,
right? As
it relates to the writing of her book and the plagiarism that's coming from that book. I mean, this is just sad. But the sitting person who's running, well, I guess, who was installed as the Democrat nominee, is basically telling you Christians that she don't give a damn about your Jesus. That's basically what she said. You at the wrong rally. That is not condoned here. We don't accept you saying Jesus is Lord. And when now we both know that Kamala's rally without entertainment, she couldn't even. Look at what Trump did in Pennsylvania. Over 100,000 people. She's never done that.
No.
Joe Biden's never done that.
Nope.
I mean, come on, Jim.
Well, that just shows how she's just, it's the complicit media that also covers a lot of the stuff up.
Exactly. And, as I sat and listened to Donald Trump at the Al Smith, and did you hear the whole speech?
No, I've heard parts. I want to watch it, but I haven't had a chance to.
It was a great speech.
Oh,
I'm
he's
not
right on
gonna
the
lie.
money.
And what I found funny was that a lot of the people who were in attendance in the audience, there was one lady, she was a blonde lady. She was sitting right down, if you're looking at the screen to the left of Donald Trump, right below him. She kept turning away. I don't know if she didn't want people to see her laughing, but I mean, Trump made a lot of different jokes about a lot of different people.
They were showing Schmucky Schumer was kind of sitting pretty cozy and comfortable next to Donald.
Yeah, well, Donald Trump actually grabbed him by the shoulders. I'm actually let me see if I can find that audio clip, because I know. But what's the Gaffigan? Jim Gaffigan? Is that his name? Is that how you say his name? Jim Gaffigan. We don't have time for me to play all of them, but I want to play a few of his before we go to break. I thought he was just amazing. Here he is.
If I didn't address the elephant in the room, you're all thinking about it. Let me just cut to the point and point out who's not here. And of course, I'm talking about the middle class. That filthy group of people. Right, Chuck? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I want to get his call. Chuck from Delavan. Chuck, what's up, brother? Running for Senate as well.
Yeah, I lost, though. I only got second place.
Oh.
Hey, I want to make some predictions.
Mm-hmm.
So nobody really understands why the Cubans vote for Trump.
Right.
And back when he beat Hillary Clinton was because the ATF, underneath Clinton's husband, sent the ATF down to Florida to rip Alien Gonzalez's out of his uncle's arm, and everybody could see there was an AK, not an AK, but a M16 pointed at him with the guy's finger on a trigger.
Yeah.
the next thing is why the Eastern Europeans all vote for him is because Clinton, the Democratic Party, they bombed Serbia, our fellow Christian brothers, to help out the Albanian Muslims.
Yeah.
And that's going to happen again. He's got that vote. And then the reason why she didn't show up with the Catholic thing is because when Barack Obama went to go see the Pope, he tried to get the Pope to have the Catholic hospitals abort babies.
Oh, yeah.
And that didn't fly either.
That's true.
So as long as they keep going around offending Christians, this country was made by Christians.
Hurry up.
Everybody that signed the Declaration of Independence was a Christian. I'm not saying it's bad to be a Muslim. I'm not saying it's
All right,
bad
Chuck,
to be
we got to
Hindu.
go.
Good call, man.
Everybody's got a chance to be here.
All right.
Thank
That's
you.
it. Thank you. We'll be right back.
Siding, windows, and doors to furnaces, flooring, landscaping, and much more. Listen to your go-to for all things home. It's Home Answers Radio, tomorrow morning at 9. Presented by Lang Home Medical Equipment, Executive Green Carpet Cleaning, and by Valdecast Windows and Doors. Get answers from industry experts so you can make informed decisions about your home improvement. Right here on AM 560, The Answer.
I'm worried about Mom. She's having a tough time moving around the house.
Oh, I know. She still thinks she can do everything on her own.
Exactly, but I've been over there every day this week, helping her navigate the stairs, cooking meals, reminding her to take her medicine. I'm always nervous when I leave.
You know what? I admire you for taking care of Mom. But your family needs you too. And what if she slips and falls? A friend recommended the caregivers at Senior Helpers of Naperville Southwest. They service Cook, DuPage, Kane, and Will counties. They guarantee compatibility and they'll conduct a free safety assessment of her home. Plus, they'll provide as little or as much care as Mom needs.
Senior Helpers of Naperville Southwest, offering both hourly and live-in care. Schedule a free assessment today by calling 331-281-0728. That's 331-281-0728. Again, that's 331-281-0728. And tell them AM 560 sent you. Senior Helpers of Naperville Southwest. Senior care, only better.
Papa Nicholas Coffee, a Chicagoland tradition for over 5 generations, combines heritage and innovation in every cup. Our coffee is locally roasted, hot air roasted, and cold blended in small batches to ensure premium quality. Whether you prefer a 12-ounce bag or a 28-ounce bag, or even the convenience of K-Cups, you'll find Papa Nicholas Coffee at your local retailer. Taste the difference that 5 generations of expertise brings. Choose Papa Nicholas Coffee, because great coffee is our family tradition. Visit online at papanicholas.com. That's papanicholas.com.
After decades of treasured experiences and cherished moments, you want to feel the best that you can. Whether it's cheering on your grandchildren at their baseball games, planting new flowers in your yard, or simply spending quality time with loved ones. Take Balance of Nature's fruits and veggie supplements along with you. Made from whole fruits and vegetable ingredients, they are free from added fillers or preservatives. Embrace life's adventures with confidence, knowing you're getting more variety of fruit and vegetable ingredients every step of the way. Start your journey with Balance of Nature. Call 1-800-246-8751 or go to balanceofnature.com to get 35% off your first order as a preferred customer with free shipping and our money-back guarantee. That's 1-800-246-8751. Go to balanceofnature.com or call 1-800-246-8751 and get this special offer by using discount code CHICAGO.
Attention parents, your child may be eligible for extra food benefits this summer thanks to a new program. The Summer EBT program will provide $120 per eligible child for families to buy groceries when school is out. These benefits are in addition to free summer meals available at schools, camps, and parks. To learn more about Summer EBT and if your child qualifies, please visit WeGotYouIllinois.org. Sponsored by the Illinois Commission to End Hunger, aired in cooperation with this station and the Illinois Broadcasters Association.
Back to Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560. The Answer.
Welcome back to Black and Right Radio. Was it something I said? The phone lines blowing up like that? But I want to continue Chuck from Delavan point. And here's the point. There are people who have lived in these countries where we're headed. The communistic, whatever you want to call the ism except capitalism, and whereas China, they manipulate capitalism, but there's a Brazilian boxer. He said it best, in my opinion. It was after he had won, And he had this to say about voting for Donald Trump. He's like, I'm not into politics, but this.
Okay? Look, I don't want to talk about names. I don't like to talk about politics, but I would just say one thing. Now, Venezuela and my country, Brazil, is on the bad situation because the government is left. And if you guys want the USA, don't be there, stay right. It's Trump! 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 For God!
Why do you think so many people from these communistic countries, why they and they live here in the United States or they work here in the United States and they're eligible to vote here in the United States, why do you think they're saying Trump? Because they've lived it. They've grown up in it. They've seen their fathers and mothers and grandfathers and grandmothers endure the hardships of socialism. And Americans, I forgot we can't call them stupid because Kamala says she never called them stupid. I got audio on that. We got the receipts on her too.
That's it.
But they've lived through this. And Americans, we're like that little frog that have been placed in a pot that the heat hasn't been turned on, and they slowly turn it on.
Yep,
and if we don't get an understanding of what's happening to this great country, we're gonna be the Americans because there will be a country that rises up. There will be a country that rises up and will be the idea of who America was founded on. Now, okay, don't give me that bull. America was founded on slavery. We righted our wrongs.
That's true.
The greatest thing about America, when we've made mistakes, we've righted the wrongs. No other country is like this country, Jim.
That's right. Well, unfortunately, the press is a big problem. That's why we have to do the job.
All right, correct. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. Michael from the South Side. What's up, brother?
John, Jim, great to talk to you both again. Thank you both for taking my call.
No problem.
I agree with everything the previous caller said about Democrats' issues with Catholics. And I'd also like to add, I think Kamala Harris made a cynical move by blowing off the Al Smith dinner.
Yeah.
The fact of the matter is that you got a lot of people in the Democratic coalition, some African Americans, feminists, gays, and lesbians who have a problem with the Catholic Church.
Yeah.
So why not? I suspect that she was catering to those groups of people when she blew off that dinner.
Yeah, but Mike, she catered to a group of people by not picking Josh Shapiro, who would have probably put her over the finish line because he was Jewish. I mean, think about this. If she placates, if she gives in to people to that type of things, what else, if she becomes president, will she give into because of some identitarianism? Just think about it. Whatever the issue is, what will she cave into if she's the leader of the free world?
She'll cave into everything.
I agree.
That's why the Chinese people want her in.
Thanks, Mike. I really appreciate the call, brother. Let's go to Terry from Rogers Park. Terry.
Hi, I was driving down Clark Street yesterday behind a car that had a license plate with only the name Iran on it. The license plate did at least have an orange plate sticker.
It had a what sticker?
An orange, the plate sticker you have in order you have to get every year.
Yeah.
At least they had that on there. That's the only thing that was on that license plate.
Wow.
The name Iran.
Wow, that's interesting. Thanks so much, Terry. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Let's go to Robert from Bloomingdale. Robert.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
All right. What's up, brother?
Of course, Kamala. Good. Of course, Kamala blew off that dinner because she knows that the interview she had with Brett Baier was a total disaster, and people are starting to see exactly what she is, and she's being run as a puppet by the radical left or the Communist Party that's in the America here now, right now. And that's why we got to vote for President Trump and put an end to this and make sure hopefully the coattails will go all the way down to the state of Illinois and get Republicans here, too.
Right.
Yeah, we need more Republican representation, that's for sure.
That's true. Thanks, Robert.
Right.
Appreciate the call, Robert. Thank you. Mitchell from Des Plaines, what's up, brother?
Hey, what's up, John and Jim, the heroes of the night.
Hey, Daddy-o.
First of all, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Hey, Daddy-o.
Hey, Daddy-o, right. First of all, the funny thing about Kamala is that, number one, okay, from a completely strategic point of view, she would have picked Shapiro because he's the governor of the most important perennial swing state in Pennsylvania. The fact they didn't do that tells you that the DNC has zero confidence in her. Okay, because any idiot going back 100 years would know they would have done that. And the fact is, if they would have picked Shapiro, it's not that he's just Jewish, it's that he's much more intelligent. And that if he were to go on the talking, when he's doing his speaking events and obviously the debates, they would see that he's a lot more intelligent than this vapid-minded moron that never got voted into her role. She was placed there. And second of all, the reason why she blows off the dinner is because she can't think on her feet.
That's true.
She had all these padded interviews where they had to give her the questions. You're watching in real time a politician that is so stupid that the media, Jim, like you said, they are all in on it. Okay, CBS, NBC, ABC are extensions of the DNC, Daddy-o, and what they do is they give her all of the questions beforehand. Do you know there's evidence of her that with the earrings during the debates that really those are transmitters where she's getting intel? I am telling you, during the debate with Trump, she's getting stuff coming in through the CIA to put together anything.
Well, plus they always
she's so stupid.
Yeah. Plus they always say her right ear is always covered by her hair. You never see her right ear at all.
Yeah.
Well, that's plausible.
Exactly.
That's why every debate that should be an inspection of the ears to make sure there's nothing. I'm serious. Dude, I'm serious. You're speaking to the American people. But Mitchell, you said something about that she can't speak on her feet. She didn't have to at the Al Smith dinner. It's a speech of nothing but jokes, of deprecating humor, and she couldn't do that.
No, she can't. You understand one thing. Kamala is the deer in the headlights. She's a vapid-minded moron that when it comes to those situations, she's the most common sense thing, even though that's kind of lighthearted. And, it's a time where you take the politics out. And actually, it would be to her credit to have gone because it would have shown that she's like a team player.
Right.
And that, she can do it. But no. This is the arrogance of her, okay? With the swipe of her wand, with the swipe of her wand, she has all this power. Listen, you're looking at a person. Okay, you got to give humanity, John and Jim, some credit. They can see right through this. Okay, they could see right through that this person is not meant to be the president of the United States. And I tell you this right now, the internal polls of the DNC know this inside and out. Now, we don't have WikiLeaks to show what's going to happen this time, but I guarantee you when Newsweek says the following, and I quote, she's in deep trouble. Okay, Newsweek, which is the biggest left, that tells you everything. She has higher negatives than Clinton in 2016, and that's what she's in. Hillary Clinton in 2016, as you know, John and Jim, she cheated her way. She still lost to Trump, right?
Yeah.
And you're telling me that Joe Biden gets 81 million votes more than any person, than Obama or anybody in past history? Give me a break, Daddy-o. Let me tell you this right now. This is a ruse, and I'll tell you, he's going to win in a landslide. You hear what I'm saying here, Daddy-o?
Dude, I've been saying that. I've really been saying that. When you look at and you know what? You know what's going to be the most joyous part of all this? That it will be the black population that puts him over the top across a lot of these swing states. It will be the black population that the Democrats have taken advantage of for so long. That will be like the biggest to the Democrat Party because of the mistreatment of black voters.
Or how about the old Michael Moore speech from 4 years ago?
Yeah.
Or 8 years ago.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Mitchell. Appreciate it, brother. Valon, you got to call back. I got guests calling because what you want to argue, that's not what we talking about now. Call back in the 5 o'clock hour, Valon, because I got some guests coming into studio, and I got guests on the line. I think Lynn is calling. She's a judge, running for judge, I believe. But we got to go to break right now. But Jim, Listen to what Jim Gaffigan had to say about Biden.
After JFK, President Biden couldn't be here tonight. The DNC made sure of that.
Obama didn't want Kamala. He wanted an open primary at the convention. He didn't get his way. I think that probably would have been a better route than picking Kamala Harris to be the nominee. You're listening to Black and White Radio on AM 560 The Answer. We'll be back with Gretchen Butler and Lynn Palak after the break.
The lineup for Freedom Summit Chicago 2024 just got bigger with the addition of Dinesh D'Souza. He joins Dr. Sebastian Gorka and economist Steve Moore, along with Dan Proft, Amy Jacobson, Sean Thompson, John Anthony, Jeannie Ives, and many more. This event will sell out, so get your tickets today at freedomsummitchicago.com. That's freedomsummitchicago.com. Sponsored in part by JeffBuysYourHouse.com and by the Kaplan Law Firm.
I'm Deborah Valentine. A mass shooting early today in Philadelphia. At least 7 people are reported injured. Police believe the gunman's a juvenile and is at large. Ellen Kuloje of Fox Philadelphia TV affiliate WTXF reports from the scene.
Now, many of those people ran to a house nearby where police found another shell casing. Then there apparently was a third location where police found one of the victims shot in the back. That man, we're told, is in critical condition. So 3 different scenes in all.
Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu thinks the drone strike on his residence was retaliation for Israel's killing of a top Hamas leader.
2 days ago, we took out Yahya Sinwar, the terrorist mastermind whose goons beheaded our men, raped our women, burnt babies alive. We took him out.
No injuries from that strike. America's listening to Fox News.
At Catholic Cemeteries of Chicago, we honor tradition, celebrate faith, and cherish memories. Take an active role in establishing your legacy for future generations by pre-planning your final arrangements today. Alleviate your loved ones of future financial burden. Lock in today's prices and take advantage of interest-free financing and no hidden fees. Visit CatholicCemeteriesChicago.org or call 708-236-5490 to schedule a free consultation today.
If you own or run a business and you listen to AM 560, you might not realize that the conservative programming that you enjoy is supported by advertisers. Our loyal listeners love to do business with the advertisers they hear every day on AM 560. Now, it probably won't surprise you that there are some businesses who avoid advertising with us because they don't like what we do here. And that's okay, because our audience wants to support businesses that support what we do and think like we think. We would love to have you join the list of successful companies who are already reaching new, like-minded customers. Most AM 560 advertisers have been here for years for one simple reason: they get results. Join our efforts to make a difference in the lives of our listeners who are passionate about supporting our great family of AM 560 advertisers. To learn more, just visit 560theanswer.com/advertise. That's 560theanswer.com/advertise.
If your approach to everyday aches and pains is to mask them, feel better for a few hours only to have the pain return and then repeat the cycle all over again, it's time to try Relief Factor. And the good news is Relief Factor makes that easy. Their 3-week quick start is just $19.95, less than $1 a day. Instead of masking pain, Relief Factor helps eliminate it. How? Well, its unique formula of ingredients helps support your body's response to inflammation. Relief Factor was developed by doctors. It's 100% drug-free. And for so many people, the results are game-changing, even life-changing. So give it a try. Right now, their 3-week quick start is just $19.95. Go to ReliefFactor.com or call 1-800-4RELIEF. That's 1-800-4RELIEF. See how in a few weeks or even days, Relief Factor can reduce your pain. When you feel better, life is just better. So don't mask pain. Fight it naturally with Relief Factor.
Cybersecurity Awareness Month is still going strong, and LifeLock has a message about phishing. The scams cyber criminals use to trick victims into allowing access to their devices so they can steal your personal information. Being aware of potential phishing scams is one way to help protect your personal information. LifeLock alerts you to more uses of your personal information and fixes identity theft issues that arise. Start protecting your identity with a 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com. Use my first name, Clay, as your promo code. Terms apply.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Protecting and growing your retirement assets can be complicated. From asset and legacy protection to retirement income and extended care, you need a plan. Mark Kohler, host of Retirement and Income Radio, heard Sundays at 11 a.m., helps retirees in or near retirement protect their accounts from market volatility. Mark can help you create lifetime guaranteed, inflation-hedged income. Call Mark today at 844-619-SAFE. That's 844-619-7233. And listen this Sunday at 11 a.m. to Retirement and Income Radio.
This is Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560. The Answer.
Welcome back to Black and Right Radio on AM 560, The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony, live in studio with the doc himself, Jimmy Conamos, who's also a sponsor of this show and buys you've pretty much bought everything that I've sent you as it relates to the merchandise.
Yeah, you got to get the merch.
That's right. So, and that you can get that merch at blackandrightradio.com. So head over to Black and Right Radio. I just created a new hoodie too, just a wording of Black and Right Radio with the lion on the right the right arm sleeve. Before I got a lot of judges. I'm scared.
That's all song. Here comes the judge.
Before we start interviewing the judges, I want to interview a candidate who's running for Kane County Auditor. Her name is Gretchen Butler. I've been around her a few times at a lot of events, and I think sometimes we just don't understand the power that local candidates have over our lives as it relates to taxation, making sure the bills are paid, making sure the money's not spent for untoward expenses and things of this nature. And I had an opportunity to hear Gretchen speak a couple of times, and I came away impressed because Gretchen is somebody who's just a real regular person who saw the need and said, I have to jump in there. Gretchen Butler, welcome to Black and Right.
Thanks for having me. This is so exciting.
No problem. Now, a lot of people, because I know a lot of different counties wanted to consolidate the auditor into the treasurer's position or whatever, because there's a lot of duplicative things that each one of them could do, and where they say the treasurer can do what the auditor does, and the auditor can do and we'll save a lot of money. Now, to the people who are listening who don't understand what an auditor does for a county, can you explain that?
Absolutely. So when bills come in, or even receipts, if somebody's paid something on a card or whatever expenses are being paid, those receipts come through the auditor's office first. They analyze them. They take, all the information that's been given and look at the budget. Was it actually a part of their budget or not? And, maybe it just has, some random kind of description. Well, if we're not sure really what that is, we go back to that department or we need more information. And then from there, that's when it goes on to the treasurer's office.
Oh, okay.
Heard of that. There's other that are that, and it's dangerous.
Yeah,
more eyes on it.
You're going in and out, so I apologize. You kind of went in and out there. Now, who's Gretchen Butler? Why is Gretchen Butler running for Kane County Auditor? And why should the people of Kane County vote for you to become the next auditor?
It's interesting. I've never aspired to be a politician. My dad was a high school history teacher, so politics was very important in my family, and of course we stayed up on top of things and what was going on. But like most people, I married, started a family, started a career, was busy. My kids are growing up and they're leaving the nest. Still have a couple here at home, but was actually approached by somebody in one of the grassroots movements, and wasn't seeking me out. Just we went to dinner, and she kind of was looking at her husband. She was like, "Tell me about yourself." And they knew my husband already, and so we started talking. And I started saying, I have 25 years business experience. Some bookkeeping. Even when I was at home with the kids, I did bookkeeping for different organizations, and we owned a hardware store in Kentucky. I did all the financials and helped with the day-to-day operations. I'm an account manager now, so project management and managing the funds, making sure people stay within the budget. And she kind of looked at her husband, looked at me, and I thought, oh, goodness, what's happening? And she said, have you ever thought about running for office? And I said, well, why would I want to do that? person. She goes, that's the point.
Right.
We need regular people who care, who have the experience, politician, have a heart for the people. And
you keep going in and out. All right. Now, so we got to move on to our next candidate, but I want to give you an opportunity to speak directly to the voters of Kane County as to why they should vote for Gretchen Butler to become the next auditor for Kane County. And I also want you to, if you have like any events coming up where people can reach you, where they can join the campaign in the last, couple of 19 days, whatever it is, how they can reach you and become part of the campaign.
So, like I said, I have 25 years of real practical business experience. I feel that I'm very equipped for the job. And, the things I want to do is improve the clarity and authenticity and transparency on the website. When it shows the county checkbook, that there really is information there that's clear and people can understand it. Also providing that nonpartisan leadership. It doesn't matter when it comes to the county funds. We need somebody that's going to be honest and that's going to have integrity and it isn't going to be swayed Democrat or Republican. So that's really important. And then lastly, just making myself available, my office available to groups that want to know more about the county finances and how can we learn more about it and just educating the public. So super excited. My website is Butler for Kane, BUTLER for Kane.com. Would totally love to have any conversation. My email is Gretchen@com. Reach out, and I'd love to have any conversations that I can have. Don't have any events now. It's just door knocking and getting the rest of those signs out there and encouraging people to get out and vote early.
All right, Gretchen Butler, thank you so much for joining us on Black and Right, and go win. Yep, she's gone. You're listening to Black and Right. Okay, now, the real juicy stuff, the judges, especially in Cook County. If you don't think we need new leadership of judges in Cook County, turn the radio off right now. But if you do, stay tuned. We'll be right back.
A great smile can make you feel happy and confident. So when you consciously conserve your teeth, that glowing smile will show through. At Best Dental Group, doctors Economos, Gabe Alice, and their staff are ready to help you create that perfect look or maintain the one you have now. Along with general dentistry, Best Dental Group is a multidiscipline practice with an orthodontist, periodontist, and prosthetic specialists on site. They use the newest breakthroughs in dental technology such as titanium implants, Invisalign clear braces, and laser treatments. Don't let fear get in the way. They can recommend sedation to make your experience as comfortable as possible. Best Dental Group is located in historic downtown Bartlett and is a multilingual office. Call 630-830-4930, 630-830-4930, or visit bestdental.org. Best Dental Group, sharing your conservative values and helping you to conserve your teeth.
Are you looking for fair news coverage out of the nation's capital? Join the Center Square's Editor-in-Chief Dan McCaleb and DC Bureau Chief Casey Harper as they discuss all things coming out of Washington, D.C.
And as you said, I did a fact check on this because I really found it pretty misleading. Gas prices, yes, are down. But if you look at food prices, they increased.
No spin, just the news. Listen to the America in Focus podcast at americastalking.com or wherever you get your podcast.
From breaking news and weather across the country to insight from the brightest minds in conservative opinion, it's Salem News Channel, home to the biggest shows on TV, like Hugh Hewitt weekdays at 6 a.m. Eastern, followed by Mike Gallagher at 9. Join SNC, where facts are sacred, critical thinking is celebrated, and the pursuit of truth is unwavering. Watch Salem News Channel free, now on Zumo Play. Learn more at snc.tv/Zumo.
Balance of Nature supplements, changing the world one life at a time.
77 years old. I have a tax office. I still do taxes every year. My clients are amazed. I feel so much younger. I love it. I love the product. I tell everybody about it. I feel better. I'm just doing really good.
Oh my goodness. I don't want to live without it. I am very happy and pleased. My mom went on this Balance of Nature probably 15 years ago. She just bragged on this product all the time.
Call 1-800-246-8751 or go to balanceofnature.com and sign up as a new preferred customer. And for a limited time, get 35% off your first order with free shipping and our money-back guarantee. Go to balanceofnature.com and get this special offer by using discount code Chicago.
This is Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560. The Answer.
Welcome back to Black and Right Radio on AM 560, The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony, live in studio with the doc himself, who also a sponsor of this show, Best Dental, Jim Economos. That wasn't a nickname we gave you, though. What was our nickname we gave you, Jim?
There's been so many, I don't know.
Yeah, well, so we can't use those on radio, Jim, so stop that. But, if you guys recall, back in 2022, when the Supreme Court was up, when we had all these people running for the appellate judgeships, and I had probably every single one of the candidates on this show. And one of the reasons I did that is because a lot of people undervote as it relates to the judges. People don't think the subcircuits matter. They don't think the appellate court matters. And you look at this last election, they really didn't think that the Illinois Supreme Court mattered. Because, I understand that there's a lot a lot of questions that I can't pose to you because you can't have these political conversations as you're running for judge. I definitely understand that. But I want people that are listening to this show to understand the importance of the judgeships, especially as it relates to Cook County, places like Cook County, Sangamon County, Winnebago County. The big areas where we have a lot of these people who affect a lot more decisions as it relates to the lives of people. So I wanted to have, and we're going, but there's no particular. I can't go in the order because you guys are not in that order. But I was at an event. I believe it was in Wilmette. Was it Wilmette? Was that the Wilmette event I was at? I came out to speak. Get closer to the mic. Please bring the mics closer to you. And I had an opportunity to meet, I think it was 4 or 5 judges that were running for office. And I believe they're all running for the 12th Sub-Circuit. Maria McCarthy, Pamela Curran-Smith, who Dominic Izzo did a glowing review for, and Matthew Taylor. So I want you guys to start by introducing yourselves, who you are, and why you decided to run for judge.
Thanks for having us, John. My name is Maria McCarthy. I'm one of the people running for judge in the 12th Judicial Sub-Circuit in Cook County. I've been a prosecutor for almost 34 years. I was with the Cook County State's Attorney's Office for 30 years, left under Kim Fox. Yeah. And then I was first assistant in Winnebago County, and now I'm working as a appointed special prosecutor. So during the course of my career, I spent it really pursuing justice on behalf of victims. I prosecuted thousands of violent criminals, murderers, rapists, really every type of crime. And I went to work every day with the goal of doing the right thing. And that's really, now at this point in my career, I'd like to be a judge because, especially with what's been going on, I'd like to be the one making the decisions.
Yeah. Well, maybe you could overturn the Safety Act. Say it's illegal.
You can't speak to that because it may come before the court should you win. Pamela Curran-Smith?
Yes.
Is it Curran, right?
It is, yes,
okay.
Curran.
You're not related to Mark Curran, are you?
I am not.
Okay.
No.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No worries. No, thank you so much again. Just to echo Maria's sentiment, thank you for having us on this afternoon. We appreciate it. But so my background is a little bit different from Maria's. I actually, I've been practicing for 18 years and have a little bit of a broad legal background. I actually work alongside a retired, well-respected judge from Cook County, Sam Amaranti.
Oh, yes.
And when I started practicing, I never had the aspiration to run for judge. I was just happy enough if I could run around to the different courthouses and advocate zealously for my clients. So that is pretty much how I started. And I've done everything working alongside Sam. He knows so many people. So we had so many cases come in the office in different areas of law. It could be a custody family law case. It could be a breach of contract law division case or criminal case. And I have a heavy background in criminal defense work. And so I have been litigating in the courtroom for all these years. And in that time, I've gotten to know a lot of judges, and I've seen some really good judges, and they've had an amazing influence on not only my life as an attorney, but on the lives of both people that go in front of them on both sides, whether they're defendants or whether they're victims on a case. And I see the impact of judicial rulings. And so over the past couple of years, people have told me more often, some judges I've gone before, that I should think about running.
Wow.
And now the opportunity presented itself. But if I can just clarify. So
yeah, go ahead.
Maria, myself, and Matt Taylor are all running for different seats
in
the 12th Sub-Circuit.
Okay.
And our Sub-Circuit does include areas of Inverness and Palatine, Arlington Heights, and Rolling Meadows.
So we're right where we're at. I mean, this is Elk Grove, but yeah.
Right. And so Arlington Heights and parts of Rolling Meadows, the Cook County side of Buffalo Grove, Wheeling, Prospect Heights, and Northbrook. Okay, I think I've got them all. Yes. So if any of the listeners are in that area, we would encourage you to look us up and vote for us.
Yeah, we have a ton of listeners in that area. Matthew Taylor.
Thanks, John, for having us. It's an honor to be here. My path is a little different than a lot of attorneys. I didn't come from college straight into law school. I became a police officer in Palatine, and I served there for 23 years. While I was there, I went to law school at night. I passed the bar.
Brutal.
Started practicing on my time off, and got a chance to prosecute for the Village of Arlington Heights. Saw that as a future. I now prosecute for Palatine, Norwich, Schaumburg, and I do a little bit of criminal and traffic defense work. I've done transactional cases with real estate and then estate planning. My father was a police chief. That's kind of one of the things that led me into law enforcement, and so I have a background of public service and working in the courts, seeing as many good judges as we have, and seeing the few judges that might not be as good. It inspires you to want to take that step and become a judge. So that's how I got to here.
All right. And when we come back from break, we'll have Lynn Palak, who's joining us by phone, to tell us why she's running as well. You're listening to Black and Right. We'll be right back.
Attention parents, your child may be eligible for extra food benefits this summer thanks to a new program. The Summer EBT program will provide $120 per eligible child for families to buy groceries when school is out. These benefits are in addition to free summer meals available at schools, camps, and parks. To learn more about Summer EBT and if your child qualifies, please visit WeGotYouIllinois.org. Sponsored by the Illinois Commission to End Hunger, aired in cooperation with this station and the Illinois Broadcasters Association.
Your local State Farm agent, Anthony DeGrotto, combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. You can combine your home, auto, and life insurance to not only save you money, but give you the peace of mind you've been looking for. Anthony DeGrotto is your go-to agent in Chicagoland. He and his team will work for you to provide the best service you expect at the price you want. Combine your home, auto, and life insurance today. Anthony DeGrotto will help you mix and match things perfectly. His State Farm office is a top pick 2024 Daily Herald Reader's Choice Award winner. He's a proud supporter of Tunnel to Towers and like-minded as you. His State Farm agency is currently looking to add members at their Roselle office. Call Anthony at 847-895-1500 today or visit DeGrottoSF.com. That's DeGrottoSF.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
As a local business owner, you get called every week by marketing companies. We get it. We have hundreds of satisfied customers. Here's what a satisfied client recently said.
Open enrollment is going great. We're hitting record numbers. Thank you so much for this report. It really is amazing to see how the marketing is really shaping our enrollment around the city.
If you're a local business and ready for the next step, visit SurroundChicago.com right now. Our experts are ready to help you take your marketing to the next level. Visit SurroundChicago.com today.
And now, more Black and Right with John Anthony. on AM 560. The Answer.
Welcome back. Black and Right Radio on AM 560. I'm your host, John Anthony. Jim, you had a great question, but I want you to hold that question. I want Lynn to speak to the audience as to why she's running for office. Lynn, welcome to Black and Right.
Thank you, and thanks for having us.
And thanks so much for holding. I really appreciate that. I know your time is everything, and I wasn't trying to disrespect it, but there's so many people that were calling in, and I wanted to hold you until I knew the rest of the candidates would get here, okay?
Oh, that's fine. Not
So
at
thank
all.
you.
Not at all. I've enjoyed listening. Thank you so much for having me.
Go ahead.
So my name is Lynn Palick. I'm running in a different sub-circuit than the other three. I'm in the 18th Judicial Sub-Circuit, which encompasses Elk Grove, where your show is hosted, and Arlington Heights, Mount Prospect, Des Plaines, parts of Park Ridge, Glenview, and Wheeling. And I have spent my 25-year career in Cook County courtrooms, first as a 10-year Cook County State's Attorney handling, as Maria said, all kinds of cases from tickets up through murder cases. Then the last 15 years I've been in private practice where I've had the benefit of doing defense work. So I'm unique in that I've been a prosecutor and a defense attorney and seen both sides of the courtroom. So why I'm running is I've, in this career had the opportunity to see judges, make a good impact on our system and also make a bad impact on our system. And, over the years and what I've learned and my experiences trying cases and seeing how people are treated and how, our laws are handled and how police are treated and how victims are treated, it just kind of made me realize that, I think I could make a really positive difference in the courtroom. And when this vacancy opened up and, my kids are older now, I just sort of felt like this is time for me to step in and really try and get on the bench and make that difference. So that's when I decided to run.
Yeah. Jim, you had a very good question that I rudely interrupted you on because I love asking candidates questions on the radio because the organic, it comes out so much more organic when they speak from the heart.
Well, basically,
and I think candidates don't speak enough from the heart. A lot of them sound so robotic. I mean, I got to give you all four. You are doing an amazing job as well. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jim.
Oh, well, basically, we talk about all these sub-circuits, and it seems to me, I'm not a big legal, scholar, but I heard maybe a few years ago they had they created some more sub-circuits, and now there's another 5 bends created. It seems like there's a lot of bureaucracy, and I don't know if that's good or bad. So if this was reduced, rolled back, would that be beneficial or not?
Oh, wait.
Well, top of the hour.
The time just got so far away from me. Thank you, Pistol Pete. I'm so sorry, man. That time got away from me. Guys, we're going to continue this conversation because I'm telling you, you have to understand. You want to change your state. You elect judges who are not about politics. They're about the rule of law. We don't have enough of those people, and these people that I'm interviewing believe that. We'll be back.
And tradition for over 5 generations combines heritage and innovation in every cup. Our coffee is locally roasted, hot air roasted, and cold blended in small batches to ensure premium quality. Whether you prefer a 12-ounce bag or a 28-ounce bag, or even the convenience of K-Cups, you'll find Papa Nicholas Coffee at your local retailer. Taste the difference that 5 generations of expertise brings. Choose Papa Nicholas Coffee because great coffee is our family tradition. Visit online at papanicholas.com. That's papanicholas.com.
Dennis Prager here. Join me on an unforgettable cruise to the Caribbean this November. Imagine 9 days basking in the sun, surrounded by the stunning beauty of a tropical paradise. We'll cruise in the vibrant islands of Half Moon Cay, Curacao, Bonaire, Aruba, and more. We'll be joined by special guest Sean McDowell, and we'll both be sharing insights into current events in a way I hope energizes and challenges you. Secure your spot before spaces run out by calling 855-565-5519 or online at TraegerCruise.com.
This is Chicago's election station. AM 560, The Answer. WIND, Chicago. Streaming at 560theanswer.com on the AM 560 mobile app, or tell your smart speaker to play
Harris criticizes Trump. I'm Deborah Valentine, Fox News. Vice President Harris rallying supporters in Detroit today, urging voters to get to the polls. The Democratic presidential nominee characterized her opponent, GOP nominee Donald Trump, as allegedly being against working people.
Somebody needs to just watch his rallies if you're not really sure how to vote. Because he spends full time talking about himself and mythical characters. Not talking about the working people, not talking about you, not talking about lifting you up.
Early voting is in full swing in Michigan. Harris heads to Atlanta, Georgia tonight. Former President Trump campaigns in Pennsylvania. Former President Trump holding a rally tonight at a Pennsylvania airport. Fox's Rich Edson has the preview from Latrobe.
Pennsylvania's a big state for this election. A number of candidates have already been here with the Arnold Palmer Regional Airport. That's right, the golfer is from Latrobe, Pennsylvania, so they named the airport after him. The drink, too. Former President Trump's going to be here this evening speaking at the airport. His counterpart, Kamala Harris, vice president, has also been to the state this week, as have both of the running mates here. They're hitting these swing states. Pennsylvania, Michigan yesterday is where you found Harris and Trump. They both campaigned in the Detroit area yesterday. Trump promised to revitalize American manufacturing, and in the Motor City, that, of course, means the auto industry.
The former president's been getting some help from billionaire Elon Musk, who's been campaigning for him in Pennsylvania. The National Hurricane Center in Miami says Hurricane Oscar has formed off the coast of the Bahamas. The storm's maximum sustained winds are clocked at 80 miles per hour. The government of the Bahamas has issued a hurricane warning for the Turks and Caicos Islands and the southeastern Bahamas. Meanwhile, Tropical Storm Nadine, packing 50-mile-per-hour winds, has formed off of Mexico's southern Caribbean coast, moving inland across Belize. America's listening to Fox News.
Now, your official weather forecast.
Mainly clear tonight, reaching a low of 51. Brilliant sunshine and very warm tomorrow. Great weather for viewing fall foliage, high 80. Clear tomorrow night with a low of 54. Monday mostly sunny and warm, high 82. Partly cloudy Monday night with a low of 55. Partly sunny and mild on Tuesday, high 73. I'm Jillian Ford on AM 560, The Answer.
Get the latest weather, traffic, and news updates online at 560theanswer.com.
This is Sean Thompson. When you go on vacation, does it make sense to have somebody else pack for you? Of course not. The same can be said for your retirement. Your 401k could be packed with things you don't know about or even need. If you're close to retirement, but you don't have a plan customized to your goals, it's like kind of taking a 30-year vacation with no idea what's in the suitcase. Sounds like a stressful way to begin what should be a relaxing time. Tom Fortino at Alpha Wealth Group can help you unpack your savings and build a plan to reduce future taxes, address Social Security and health care, and a whole lot more, all with a clear, defined income strategy. Call the Alpha Wealth Group at 630-934-1855. Ask for the complimentary retirement plan. That's 630-934-1855 or online at alphawealthgroup.com. And listen to the Alpha Wealth Hour Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. right here on AM 560.
Advisory services through Retirement Wealth Advisors, LLC, and SEC Registered Investment Advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through Alpha Wealth Group, licensed in Illinois.
Are you looking for a trustworthy garage to keep your Dodge Ram 45 or 5500 Cummins engine in tip-top shape? Look no further than Remke's Garage in Marengo. At Remke's Garage, their experienced team treats every car like it's their own. Plus, they believe in transparency, no surprises, just honest service and fair pricing. Check out the incredible reviews that satisfied customers have left on Google as they speak for themselves. With state-of-the-art equipment and a commitment to quality, they're proud to be your local choice for automotive care. And here's the best part, they offer free pickup and drop-off for your convenience. Both individually owned and fleet vehicle programs available to meet your needs. So why wait? Swing by Remke's Garage today and let them get you back on the road with confidence. Visit Remke'sGarage.com. Remke's Garage, repairing America.
Dennis Prager here. Join me on an unforgettable cruise to the Caribbean this November. We'll cruise to the vibrant islands of Half Moon Cay, Curacao, Bonaire, Turks and Caicos, and much more. We'll be joined by special guest Sean McDowell, and we'll both be sharing insights into current events in a way I hope energizes and challenges you. Secure your spot before space runs out by calling 855-565-5519 or book online at PragerCruise.com.
Portions of the following show may be pre-recorded.
AM 560, The Answer. Prepare to have your mind opened. The lies of the mainstream media are about to be exposed, and the hypocrisy of the left is about to be revealed. This is a revolution in how you think about politics, race, and culture. You've tuned into Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560, The Answer.
I'm coming in hot. Yeah, coming in hot. Just like the fajita. I write what I live. My life in the speaker. I'm nice with the flow.
Welcome back. Hour 2 of Black and Right Radio on AM 560, The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony, live in studio. If you missed that first hour, head over to 560theanswer.com. That's 560theanswer.com. Download the podcast. You can listen to the show no matter where you are. We've had people in Switzerland, Italy, Japan.
Honduras.
Honduras. We've actually had some people from Iran actually reach out and tell us that they're listening, from China, from Africa, who are listening to the show right now as we speak. So shout out to all those who continue to listen to the show. If you want to get the merch, head over to head over to blackandrightradio.com. Purchase the merch. That purchase helps continue to be on the radio, and we got some great and exciting things. I can't wait till I can unload and talk about some of the great things that's getting ready to happen as it relates to John Anthony and radio. I cannot wait. But until then, I have to shut up. I know how to keep a secret. But I know, Jim, and don't forget we still have Lynn on the phone. But Jim, you want to reframe that question?
Yeah,
and finally get it answered.
Yeah, as an outsider, so to speak. You hear in the news about these subcircuits being developed, and we just talked about 5 more being done. What's been the history of all these subcircuits over the years, and is it beneficial to have more, or would it be better to go back to having less in terms of bureaucracy, expenses, and judicial, helping people out as far as what has to be done?
Well, the subcircuit system came about approximately 35 years ago because when judges could only run countywide, the vast majority of the judges were, white male Democrats from the 19th Ward. So by creating all the subcircuits, it gave an opportunity for Republicans, minorities, and women to become judges. If you run in a subcircuit and you're elected, you can sit anywhere in the county, so it's the same result as though you ran countywide. It's a different way of running. As far as them adding more subcircuits, I don't know. Ours is still pretty big. It really hasn't affected us too much in terms of making it easier for us to get around and meet the voters.
Yeah, because when government grows, it tends not to be good for society.
Yeah. Lynn, you want to take a stab at that? You've been quiet.
Yeah, I don't know that it's really helped us. I mean, geographically our area is so large. I don't know that it's helped us get out and meet more voters. Just as Maria said, our area is really expansive, and making these new subcircuits doesn't seem like it's made that any easier, if that's what they were intending to do.
How many subcircuits are there now?
20.
20. Okay. Wow. That's a lot. Now, as it relates, then we'll start with Lynn and work our way back. Lynn, Matthew, and then Maria. Lynn, during the break, I wish you were here because I kind of prepared the 3 that are in here. But, as I think about Cook County, and if you're running for a judgeship, having a D in front of your name is pretty much automatic to become a judge. How does one running as a Republican convince enough voters that you should vote for Lynn Palak instead of the person that has a D in front of their name? What's the messaging that you're conveying to voters as it relates to why they should vote for you?
It's challenging, and it's frankly, it's frustrating, especially when you hear some of the Democratic judges say, "Oh, I'm really a Republican. I just ran as a Democrat
But it's
because
true.
I know I have to."
That's true too, though.
It's yeah, and it's very frustrating. You try to be yourself. I've tried to just be my authentic self during this campaign and not compromise. And when I speak with people, I try to just explain to them who I am. I think the best thing I have going for me, which at first I thought was sort of a liability, that I'm not a good politician because I'm not very good at getting out there and acting like a politician. But now I've sort of seen that maybe that's a good thing I have going for me, because I think the more people I meet, they start to see that, maybe I would make it a very good judge because I'm not a good politician, and that in speaking with some of the other candidates, who are some on the Democratic side, some of them are very good politicians that wouldn't necessarily make very good judges.
Right.
So I've had some people make those comments to me when I'm out meeting voters, and I don't know, I'm hoping that helps me. But it is very difficult to get out there and convince them that, even though you don't have a D next to you, like overwhelmingly most of the judges do, it doesn't mean you won't make a good judge.
Right. Matthew?
So there's 5 contested races in Cook County. You're speaking of 4 of those offices, and we run into people. They want to know, do you have a party affiliation? Illinois is one of 8 states that makes a judge declare a party, and so it puts us in a position to begin with. And without running away from being a Republican or anything like that, you tell people that, look, it's a judicial office. It should be nonpartisan. When they do their job correctly, they have to be nonpartisan. I tell people that the robe is black. It's not blue. It's not red.
Come on.
And it's just a matter of saying that, look, we have to wait to hear all the facts, and then we apply the law to those facts. And that's how we do our job. That's how we plan to do our job. And so if you know anything about me, then that's the approach I'm going to take to it, and that's the approach that all 4 of us that are on the radio right now have.
Yeah. Pamela?
And, I do think Matt's right about that. As far as running as a judge, it really should be nonpartisan. And you'll see when running, when you're electing your judges in Cook County, all of the judges that are currently sitting on the bench, those are nonpartisan. So those are all your
Right.
yes/no judges. When we run, my most important thing is when I go to court with a client and I'm standing beside them, I want to know that the judge that I'm going to go in front of is going to be fair, that they're going to be impartial, that they're going to apply the law, apply the facts of the case to the law that's before them, and that's it. That's it. I don't have a political background, and I'm actually grateful for that now that I'm going through this process, because I feel like if you have a political background, you might feel a little bit more beholden to a certain party and have undue influence. I expect all judges to be fair and impartial,
Right.
and that's why I'm running. And it does make it a little bit harder though when there's an R or a D and
Right.
you're running.
Maria?
When people ask a judicial candidate what party you're with, and you tell them, they inevitably want to get into a discussion about political issues, which we can't engage in. So we're different than any other kind of candidate. Other candidates, political candidates, they'll tell you what they're going to do for you, right? Here's how I'm going to make your life better.
Right.
We talk about what we've done.
Right.
Here's my qualifications. Here's my experience. Here's why you should vote for me. And so I think that's generally what I try to focus the person on, why they should vote for me, and my judicial philosophy.
Right. And that's the message, right?
Right.
That is the message. So if somebody's listening and they say, well, a sub-circuit, what does a sub-circuit judge do? Maria?
It's just a different way of running.
Yeah.
So you can run countywide, or you can run in a sub-circuit. If you win as a sub-circuit judge or a full countywide, you're still a full circuit judge. You can
Right.
sit anywhere in the county. You have the same powers and same authorities. It's just a different way of getting elected as a judge.
Makes sense. Jim, you got a question?
Now, how many overall judges other than sub-circuits are there?
In the county, a number
I
of
mean,
judges.
how many run, for example? You said there's 20 sub-circuits. How many regular circuits, so to speak, are there?
There were, I believe, 61 running this
For the circuit in
circuit court,
Cook-
not
Cook-
in
I can't
Appellate.
even get my words out today. I don't know what's wrong. In Cook County or
Yes.
throughout the whole
No, Cook County.
circuit
County.
system. Okay, Cook County. Well, they can't say that
That's
because
right.
they got to get people to vote
That's
for
right.
them. So we don't want to get them in
Cook.
trouble. I see the thing about interviewing judges. You got to be careful. So your mind has to work. Maria, what would you say your judicial philosophy is? What is it that motivates you and pushes you and drives you? What's your judicial philosophy?
I absolutely feel strongly that a judge should follow the law as written. So whether you agree with the law or not, you should not rule based on your own personal feelings about the law. Citizens speak through their legislators, and if they want a law changed, that's how they'll do it.
Yeah.
But I do see judges who do rule according to personal feelings, and
Yeah.
they shouldn't. I want to treat people fairly. People think prosecutors just want to put people in jail. Nothing could be further from the truth.
Yeah.
Unless
You know,
you're Trump.
Well,
we have to look at both sides
Yeah.
always. And I also want to treat people well because
Yeah.
we've all been in front of judges who humiliate and belittle.
I've been there.
Yeah.
You listening to Black and Right, and Pam and Matthew, excuse me, and Lynn, have your answer prepared when we get back from break. We'll be right back.
Mike Gallagher says the numbers don't lie.
Look, Trump is gaining everywhere. They don't want to tell you that in the mainstream media. Just look at the data, doesn't lie. Statistic after statistic tells you. I mean, look at the Daily Beast today. Oh no, this is a problem. Trump is making historic gains with Hispanics. We know that Trump has historic gains with black voters.
The Mike Gallagher Show, weekdays at 9, right before Dennis Prager at 11 on AM 560. The Answer.
Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies supplements, changing the world one life at a time.
I saw a Balance of Nature commercial. I said, I'm going to try this stuff out. So I got it. I'm going to take those capsules. And I'm going like, oh my goodness. I really truly believe that this stuff is really pretty remarkable.
I love this product. I really do. I think it's fantastic. I tell everybody that I think it's fantastic. So like I said, everything that they say on the TV about it is absolutely true.
Start your journey with Balance of Nature supplements. Call 1-800-246-8751 or go to balanceofnature.com and sign up as a new preferred customer. And for a limited time, get 35% off your first order with free shipping and our money-back guarantee. Go to balanceofnature.com or call 1-800-246-8751 and get this special offer by using discount code CHICAGO.
Life takes a toll on our bodies. No way around it. Whether it's sitting hours on end at your computer or working a physical job, over time your body pays the price. There is, however, an effective way to turn back the clock on pain, Relief Factor. Developed by doctors, Relief Factor helps support your body's response to inflammation. The difference? Instead of masking pain, Relief Factor helps eliminate it for good. And it's 100% drug-free. If the pains that come with living a full life are affecting you, do as so many others have. Turn back the clock on pain with Relief Factor. Their 3-week quick start is just $19.95, less than $1 a day. When you feel good, it's amazing how much more you get out of life. So visit ReliefFactor.com or call 1-800-4RELIEF. That's 1-800-4RELIEF. Try it for only $19.95. While we can't stop aging, not yet, we can stop pain. Turn back the clock with Relief Factor.
A large retail store just canceled a huge order leaving MyPillow with a ton of extra MyPillows. But you know what? That's their loss and your gain. For the first time ever, you'll get a standard classic MyPillow for wholesale prices, only $14.88. But it gets even better. For a limited time, they're going to offer their entire classic collection at wholesale prices. Get queen-size MyPillows for just $18.88. Upgrade to king-size for only $1 more. Get the body pillows for $29.88 and multi-use MyPillows for only $9.88. So go to MyPillow.com and use promo code LIBERTY or call 800-489-0201 to take advantage of wholesale pricing for the first time ever and receive free shipping on orders over $75. That's right. Get the standard MyPillow for only $14.88. They have never been offered this low before. They're limited quantities at this price, so the limit is going to be 10, and once they're gone, they're gone. So go to MyPillow.com or call 800-489-0201 and use promo code LIBERTY to get the standard MyPillow for only $14.88, the lowest price ever.
We now return to Black and White on AM 560. The Answer. Here's John Anthony.
Welcome back to Black and White. All right, I got a question. I got to cut the music. You know the question, Pete. Now, this is a very important question, and you better get it right. Marvin Gaye or George Michael?
Oh, my God!
Get it right. Get it right. There are a lot of people listening on this.
Jeez.
Marvin Gaye or George Michael?
Or who do you like better, basically, is what he's asking.
Marvin Gaye.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Marvin Gaye.
Okay. Pamela.
I'm like looking Marvin Gaye.
Oh, that's who you just heard. Trouble Man. Trouble Man, Marvin Gaye.
I'll go with him.
Okay,
All right.
good. See,
All right,
3
there
for
we are.
3. Valon's losing. So Valon, who used to come here every Saturday before he moved to Michigan, we had this ongoing battle about who was better, Marvin Gaye or George Michael. I mopped the floor with him with Marvin Gaye, even though Marvin Gaye had a short-lived life. He didn't live a lot. He didn't live long. He made some great quality music, and everybody knows George Michael from Wham and all that. Everybody knows him. Right. But Marvin Gaye is the man. Sorry. But I digress. Pamela, what is your judicial philosophy? As people are listening who can vote for you, because there are a lot of people in Cook County that listen to this show, what's your judicial philosophy as it relates to becoming a judge or being a judge?
I would say in a nutshell, it is to fairly and impartially administer justice, but compassionately too.
Yeah.
I mean, so many people think, well, I don't know judges. I don't deal with them, so I don't actually, I'm not even going to go down the ballot because I don't know enough to vote for them.
Right.
Until they're in front of a judge, whether it's on a traffic ticket or whether it's on a custody case. And now that judge, whether it's for them individually, whether it's for their family or for their friends, that judge makes such a difference.
Yeah.
And it's not just on the person standing before the court, like I said before, it has a rippling effect. So it affects families, it affects kids. And that's where it becomes so important to, we all have experiences. We have legal experiences. I think running as a judge, it's most important that you have courtroom experience.
Correct.
Because you need to be familiar with all the moving parts. But when you get in there, we're still human beings. So we need to look at every case individually, and
Right.
we really need to apply the law to the facts and keep the human element in consideration. I mean, I have a husband, I have kids. You're trying to balance all of it, and that's what I would want to do if I get to the bench.
Right. Matthew?
So my judicial philosophy is shaped by the path, the experiences I've had, and starting out in law enforcement, as you know, you have to consider all the facts, and you might like a person and feel bad about the situation they're in, but the facts stack up and you have to arrest them, and so you do that. And as a judge, you're going to be in a position where you've heard the facts and you're applying the law, regardless of whether you like the person on the other side. You're going to make the call because it's your job, and you have to do it that way.
Lynn?
So Marie and I are very similar in our views. Mine is also follow the law as written, including the sentencing laws. Nothing makes me crazier than when judges try to bend and get creative with sentencing laws on serious cases, especially on sex offense cases and crimes against children, and they, manipulate laws to give lesser sentences to, where in my opinion, heinous crimes. So following the law as written is my number one. Treating people with respect, and also realizing that, we're meeting people, I always say that, and I did as a prosecutor as well, we're meeting people on what is likely one of their worst days when we're in a criminal courtroom. And I think that, especially as a judge, you always have to be cognizant of that and remember that. and that things need to be explained, and we need to realize that a lot of people haven't been there before, and everyone needs to, have a moment to have things explained to them and be treated with dignity and respect.
Yeah.
So that's my philosophy.
Well, another thing or question I have is with, for example, the Safety Act, where they have kind of changed the law where the judges can't do as much judging as they can. What can you do to kind of what can be done to maybe go back to the old way, so to speak, in terms of letting judges be more judgmental without being contained by a legislative body that has an agenda?
So one of the key changes that comes out of the Safety Act is the Pretrial Fairness Act, where they did away with cash bonds, cash bail. And so instead of having bond hearings, now we have detention hearings. The judges have to listen to the prosecutor present the information that explains that either the person is a risk or a danger to the public or to the victim, or that they're a flight risk. And so that's the factors that the judge is looking to hear, and they're expecting certain criteria to be met. If that's not the case, I don't see how it would be a problem for a judge to address it with the state's attorneys and say, why am I not hearing this? Are you not getting this information from your police? So that if the point is to detain the people who should be detained, we need to work with all the moving parts that are going to make that happen.
I don't know if you can answer this, but who becomes the fall person in that? Because it seems like they're trying to put the noose around the judge's neck instead of the system of the judicial system. From the law enforcement system. Starting from the police to the ASAs, the SA, 2 homes. No, but who becomes the fall person as it relates to? Because it sounds to me, as I've read the law, and they try to do a lot of this stuff when I was down there, and we pushed back a lot of this stuff. Who becomes that fall person?
I'll jump in real quick. I think the judge ultimately is the one who makes that decision, so it ultimately rests with the judge, and that's why I would encourage judges to work with those other moving parts to try and make sure that the best information is coming before the court so that an appropriate and just decision is made.
Okay. Now, I want to start real quick. Maria, I want to give you about a minute to speak directly to the voters of Cook County as to why they should send you to the bench.
As I said, I've been a prosecutor for over 30 years. I've been trying complex murder, rapes, and other cases for over 30 years. I taught at Northwestern Law School for several years. I earned an award for excellence in teaching while I was there. I've been endorsed by 27 retired judges, 13 retired police chiefs from the northwest suburbs, the North Suburban Association of Chiefs of Police, and several police associations and unions. I should say that for 10 years I supervised the State's Attorney's Office in the northwest suburbs. So I oversaw the prosecution of all cases in about 25 suburbs. I have trained thousands of police officers over the years, locally and nationally, on the law to help them do their jobs better. I've trained thousands of prosecutors on the law and how to ethically try a case. And if I am elected judge, I'm going to continue to ensure that justice prevails in Cook County.
Yeah, thank you. And Pamela moved because she knew she was next. She was like, wait, let me get ready. Wait, let me crack the neck, make sure people. But Pamela Kern-Smith, why should the voters of Cook County send you to the bench?
So my diverse legal background lends itself to a little bit of versatility. I know that I can comfortably and competently be placed in any courtroom throughout the entire county and feel comfortable adjudicating those cases. I have been downstate. I have been in front of some of the most conservative judges from downstate because they're a little bit more conservative downstate
yes, they are.
than they are here in Cook County. But I am comfortable in any courtroom arena that I'm thrown into. And I have handled some of the most complex, both civil and criminal cases. And so I've had the ability and the opportunity to really evaluate the evidence and sparse out the facts and hone in on what the key facts are in a case. And that's one of the most important things, I think, as a judge, is the ability to be able to do that. So I would apply all of that in moving forward, and I hope that if I am elected to the bench, and I will ensure that justice prevails in every case.
All right.
Equally. Thank you.
Pete, hold the music until Matthew is done. Matthew.
So coming from my background in law enforcement, moving into law, I used that to teach. I taught University of Phoenix online for about 16 years before I was able to move into teaching at the police academy, just harnessing the two backgrounds. Since retiring from law enforcement, I've focused primarily on prosecution. I'm in the courts. I've been in the courts since I was a police officer. I've worked with the community as various levels of law enforcement and in the courts. And I believe I bring that perspective to the bench, where I understand how it impacts the people, the communities, and I know I'm a good listener and know what to expect of both sides when you're sitting up there as a judge.
Okay. And Lynn, when we come back from break, you'll be able to get yours. And I also want you guys to be able to tell people, I love this music, how can people join your campaign to help you out in the last days as we push across the finish line? You're listening to Black and Right. We'll be right back.
The lineup for Freedom Summit Chicago 2024 just got bigger with the addition of Dinesh D'Souza. He joins Dr. Sebastian Gorka and economist Steve Moore, along with Dan Proft, Amy Jacobson, Sean Thompson, John Anthony, Jeannie Ives, and many more. This event will sell out, so get your tickets today at freedomsummitchicago.com. That's freedomsummitchicago.com. Sponsored in part by Aid for Women, Best Dental Group of Bartlett, and by the Michael Alfaro Radio Show.
Fox News, I'm Ann Carrick. Vice President Harris rallying supporters in Detroit today with a Get Out the Vote effort.
We're going to go vote today. We're going to remind people to vote. We're going to register folks to vote. We're going to email, text, phone call, knock on doors.
Early voting well underway in Michigan. In Georgia, already more than 1 million votes cast. Harris in Atlanta later today. Both candidates focusing on swing states in the final weeks of the campaign. Former President Donald Trump returning to Pennsylvania, stopping in Latrobe. Fox's Rich Edson is there.
The Trump campaign is also working to convince his supporters to vote early this year. Trump has had many of his voters skeptical of mail-in and early voting. Now he wants to bank those ballots.
Elon Musk also on the campaign trail for Team Trump in Pennsylvania. America is listening to Fox News.
Papa Nicholas Coffee, a Chicagoland tradition for over 5 generations, combines heritage and innovation in every cup. Our coffee is locally roasted, hot air roasted, and cold blended in small batches to ensure premium quality. Whether you prefer a 12-ounce bag or a 28-ounce bag, or even the convenience of K-Cups, you'll find Papa Nicholas Coffee at your local retailer. Taste the difference that 5 generations of expertise brings. Choose Papa Nicholas Coffee, because great coffee is our family tradition. Visit online at papanicholas.com. That's papanicholas.com.
Hi, it's Scott Tucker, host of Retirement Dakota with Scott Tucker, heard on AM 560 on Sundays at 8 a.m. and again at 5 p.m. I want to offer you a free copy of my latest book, Escape Illinois, Should I Stay or Should I Go? To get your free copy of my latest book, Escape Illinois, Should I Stay or Should I Go? Just go to retirementdakota.com. That's retirementdakota.com. And please listen every Sunday at 8 a.m. and again at 5 p.m. on AM 560, The Answer.
Hi, this is Carl Amari.
I'm Lisa Wolf. Join us every Saturday night beginning at 8 p.m. for all things entertainment on Hollywood 360.
If you love classic radio shows, The Shadow, Jack Benny, The Lone Ranger, Dragnet, Gunsmoke, and many more, we have them for you on Hollywood 360.
We'll also present trivia contests with prizes, showbiz news, celebrity interviews, games, and movie reviews.
So don't miss Hollywood 360 every Saturday night beginning at 8 p.m. on AM 560, The Answer.
A great smile can make you feel happy and confident. So when you consciously conserve your teeth, that glowing smile will show through. At Best Dental Group, Doctors Economos, Gave Alice, and their staff are ready to help you create that perfect look or maintain the one you have now. Along with general dentistry, Best Dental Group is a multidiscipline practice with an orthodontist, periodontist, and prosthetic specialists on site. They use the newest breakthroughs in dental technology such as titanium implants, Invisalign clear braces, and laser treatments. Don't let fear get in the way. They can recommend sedation to make your experience as comfortable as possible. Best Dental Group is located in historic downtown Bartlett and is a multilingual office. Call 630-830-4930, 630-830-4930, or visit bestdental.org. Best Dental Group. sharing your conservative values and helping you to conserve your teeth.
This is Seth Leibson for Townhall.com. At the beginning of the Jewish holiday of Sukkot, the Feast of the Tabernacles, Jews all over the world celebrate the protections God gave them as they fled slavery. The beginning of that holiday this year brings news that Israel, which is centered in the land Jews fled to when they were freed from slavery, has killed the master terrorist Yahya Sinwar, the head of Hamas, the leader of the October 7th pogrom. As the Jews of yore sang praises to God for helping destroy their enemies, related in the book of Exodus, so too should we all share in the victory of a master terrorist, an abuser of civilization, a mass murderer who used children and civilians as targets of war and rape as a weapon of war, being removed from his ability to ever do that again. There are certain monsters the civilized simply cannot share the earth with. Sinwar was one, and we, the innocents, are safer and better for it. Our entire nation, left, right, and center, ought to be commending our ally in Israel. I'm Seth Leibson.
Protecting and growing your retirement assets can be complicated. From asset and legacy protection to retirement income and extended care, you need a plan. Mark Kohler, host of Retirement and Income Radio, heard Sundays at 11 a.m., helps retirees in or near retirement protect their accounts from market volatility. Mark can help you create lifetime guaranteed inflation-hedged income. Call Mark today at 844-619-SAFE. That's 844-619-7233. And listen this Sunday at 11 a.m. to Retirement and Income Radio.
It's the show the mainstream media doesn't want you to know about. It's Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560. The Answer.
Welcome back to Black and Right. Now, some of you may be saying, well, why is he spending so much time on these judges? I spend so much time on judges because I really don't think people understand just how important it is. Remember when Tom DeVore was going through all those fights? Guess who it was? It was the circuit court. That's where most of those battles for the mask mandates and all that stuff was happening at. And if we don't have good judges who look at the law, not how somebody feels about it, but what does the law actually say? What is the Constitution of the state of Illinois and the U.S. Constitution? What does it say about these decisions? And they can't say this, but I can. So I'll speak for them. And we have 4 good quality judge people that are running for judge on this show right now. Flip the ballot. Don't forget to flip the ballot. Lynn, take it away. Why should people send Lynn Palak to the bench?
So for the last 25 years, I've devoted my career to being an attorney in this community in Cook County courtrooms. I spent 10 years as a Cook County State's Attorney where I handled complex criminal cases, including murders, double murders, rape cases. I then diversified my background by going into defense practice, where I also ran my own practice. I also supervised the legal assistance for Catholic Charities, which assisted women who needed help and couldn't afford it with their domestic violence family law cases. I taught courses at Aurora University. Something I'm most proud of is that I have many endorsements from local police and judges and business owners. And those are people who've actually worked with me and can attest to my work rather than some people in the opposition who have endorsements of just other politicians. Anyone who knows me can attest to my fairness and integrity, knowledge of the law, knowledge of courtroom procedure. I feel that, based on my experience and just my passion for the law and the courtroom proceedings, I would be an excellent judge.
And Jim, you had a story you wanted to.
Yeah, basically, in my own personal case, when we talk about the importance of helping people, in my case personally, my divorce case in King County was D 1994, blah, blah, blah. Well, anyways, there was a judge. His name was Keith Brown. He was a very fair guy. He set things up for visitation and all this kind of stuff. I mean, the guy was just really great. Well, in our case, because my kids were small then, we had a guardian ad litem. Her name was Marmory Kostelny. And after everything was done, we were friends. I'd go visit her office once in a while, and a friend of mine had a restaurant down the corner, so I'd stop and visit, and we maintained our friendship. Well, later on, she became a judge, and another friend of mine named DJ Tegler ran, wanted to become a judge, and they ran against each other in the primary in 2013. And out of 13,000 votes, DJ won by 7 votes.
Oh.
So this is why we got to get out and vote. And people think, well, my vote doesn't count. Like you say, flip over the ballot because you never know. And in my case, I'm friends with both of them. They're both nice people, And King County judicial experience for me has been very good. And that's why I saw Keith Brown at a political event about 5 years ago. And I said, you probably don't remember because you see so many cases, but the way you handled my case, my kids now, they're adjusted. We do well. My daughter's in college and my son's doing well. And so thank you for your service. He did a great job.
Yeah. All right. So I'm sorry. Go ahead. You wanted to say something, Lynn?
No, that's good to hear. That's great. So often we hear bad experiences, especially in family law court. That's great to hear a story like that.
Yeah. Before I go there, it was as it relates to how can people help. Blake Moore from YouTube. He says, "I never passed the bar. I always went in." I had to give him credit. And you said you didn't really never heard that joke. Blake Moore, that dude is he has so many jokes that he talks about on YouTube. Oh, thank you. I'll be here all week. But how can people who want to get involved and help you in the last couple of weeks that we have left? Where can people find you? Are you on social media? Do you have a website?
I do. My website is McCarthyforJudge.com, and the 4 is the number 4. So McCarthyforJudge.com. If anybody who lives in the sub-circuit or knows someone who lives in the sub-circuit would take a yard sign, that would be greatly appreciated. Tell everyone that you know who lives in the sub-circuit to please vote for us.
Now, what's your area? What's the sub-circuit area?
It extends from Inverness on the west all the way through Northbrook on the east. So it's kind of a long horizontal area that encompasses the towns that Pam had mentioned previously. And I do want to say this. We feel very positive about this race. I know earlier you were asking, how do we deal with the R after our name? Our sub-circuit was redrawn, the map. And believe it or not, it's better for Republicans.
Wow.
And so we are all very optimistic about this race. And I know I've been knocking on doors for months, and not hard Republicans. I mean, middle independents, and getting very positive responses. And I know the others have too. So. And
this was the first time that the judges' map was actually changed, right? This was the first time they've done it, I think, ever, I believe, right? I don't think they've ever redrawn the map for the court system, right?
I honestly don't know. It's the first time they've added sub-circuits.
Yeah.
I don't know if since they've created them, they've redrawn.
That's fine. Pamela, where can people find you, and how can they get involved in the campaign?
Yes, so I have multiple social media platforms. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, X, and pretty much every social media platform. But my website is Pamela Curran, that's Curran Smith, the number 4 judge.com. And same with Maria. I mean, I echo that as well. We've been met with some really positive responses when we knock doors, when we're at train stations, but we're just trying to get the word out there. So any way that somebody could help spread the word, whether it's sending text messages to a handful of their friends, just getting the word out so that our names get out there and people can at least look into us, and we hope that we would earn their vote.
Yeah. Matt?
So my website is votefortaylor.com. It's VOTE, the number 4, TAYLOR.com. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram and X. And like you've heard, basically anything that anyone can do to spread the word about all 4 of us and share with their neighbors, share with their relatives, their friends. If they do sign up on our website, go ahead and spread that any of our newsletters and stuff to other people.
And yard signs.
Yes.
Take a yard sign.
Yes.
All right, Lynn. Again, since you're the oddball out, will we come back from break?
Yeah, those are the ways you can help. And
wait, Lynn. I'm gonna hold you until we get back from break, because we're running out of time. We'll be right back.
They want my soul, better go to Korea. I love my dog just like I'm Peter. Gotta protect.
Balance of Nature supplements, changing the world one life at a time.
My husband's a retired cop, and I worked in a hospital for years. I'm going out right now because I'm getting ready to paint my fence. It's just literally amazing. And, you know, you watch the TV articles and you go, yeah. Well, at least it's 100% returnable if it doesn't work. I'm not kidding you. It is the most amazing product I've ever taken.
I love it. I love the product. And not only the product, the people that work for them, too, are really nice. That's another plus. It's the best product on the market.
I think it's a good product, so that's the reason I'll continue to take it.
It's a wonderful product. I'm trying to get as many people as I can to take it.
Call 1-800-246-8751 or go to balanceofnature.com and sign up as a new preferred customer. And for a limited time, get 35% off your first order with free shipping and our money-back guarantee. Go to balanceofnature.com and get this special offer by using discount code Chicago.
A great smile can make you feel happy and confident. So when you consciously conserve your teeth, that glowing smile will show through. At Best Dental Group, Doctors Economos, Gabe Alice, and their staff are ready to help you create that perfect look or maintain the one you have now. Along with general dentistry, Best Dental Group is a multidisciplined practice with an orthodontist, periodontist, and prosthetic specialists on site. They use the newest breakthroughs in dental technology such as titanium implants, Invisalign clear braces, and laser treatments. Don't let fear get in the way. They can recommend sedation to make your experience as comfortable as possible. Best Dental Group is located in historic downtown Bartlett and is a multilingual office. Call 630-830-4930, 630-830-4930, or visit bestdental.org. Best Dental Group, sharing your conservative values and helping you to conserve your teeth.
Dinesh D'Souza here. Have you heard about my new movie? It's called Vindicating Trump, and it's based on my book of the same name. This book is a deep dive into the real reasons why the left and the Democrats hate Donald Trump so much. They call him a tyrannical dictator, but in reality, it's the American government's authoritarian regime that's afraid that Trump will dethrone them once again. Trump, as a charismatic leader, knows how to mobilize the people. He gets things done, and they don't like it. That's why they're doing everything they can to stop him, using lawsuits, indictments, even assassination attempts on his life. Vindicating Trump reveals Donald Trump as the one man that can stand up to the tyranny of the left. And that's precisely why we need his leadership now more than ever. Don't miss my no-holds-barred defense of Trump in Vindicating Trump. You can watch it now or buy the DVD. Go to salemnow.com. That's salemnow.com.
Let's get it to him, baby girl. Hey. That's right.
Black and Right continues on AM 560. Once again, here's John Anthony.
Welcome back to Black and Right Radio on AM 560 The Answer. I hope you guys are enjoying this conversation with judges, because not a lot of people are willing to take out this much time to because I have so many of my friends, so many people. So who should I vote for judge? Who should I vote for township? Who should I vote? These are the most important elected offices, in my opinion. I know. Listen, I want Donald Trump to get back in office, but I also want to make sure, especially if we want to see Illinois return to greatness. Because when I ran, my tagline before Donald Trump was "Make Illinois Great Again," but I said, together, let's make Illinois great again, because that's the only way we do it. The only way we do that, we restore sanity to the courts. If we don't restore sanity to the court system, I don't care what we do, because the reason why Illinois is in the position it's in, and I know this is not you guys saying this, so cover your ears, close your eyes. But our Illinois Supreme Court has been the backdrop for every single challenge. And because there are not good quality people in these positions as far as judges, everything that's been tried has stopped at the Illinois Supreme Court or at the appeals court, at the appellate. Because there's nobody to say, stop with the madness. We have to make sure Illinois restores. I'm sorry, Lynn, I can get on my soapbox, but where can people find you? And I apologize for cutting you off.
No, not at all. Not at all. So my website is palacforjudge.com. It's PALAC and the word for judge.com. And all my social media is on there. And I'll echo what everybody else said about the yard signs and getting the word out. That's that's really what we need in these last couple weeks, is just telling your friends and anybody that you can to vote for us if that's what you're inclined to do.
All right. Lynn, Matthew, Pamela, and Maria, I really appreciate you taking this much time out of your schedule to join us here on Black and White. You want to say something?
Well, just to mirror the point about things going on, remember during the Rauner administration, there was that petition to, I'm drawing a blank right now, but there was a big petition where he had so many signatures, like a million, and they threw it out.
Of course, yeah. Because, yeah, they did. The courts did.
Yeah.
At the circuit court.
Yeah.
That's where it died.
Enough people want to change things. Well, your voice doesn't count. Well, our voice does count. That's what we need. We need better people in office.
Yeah, and you've listened to 4 different voices from 4 different backgrounds, qualified people that will look at the law, people that won't come after you, people that are willing to take time out of their very busy schedules. If you listen to everything that they've said, that they've done, who they are, what they're doing, these are the type of people that we need to send to the bench. Not people, listen, because I'm telling you, there are questions that if I was on another progressive radio station where if there were some other judges who were on the other side of the aisle, they would have talked about politics. And I have to respect that neither one of you wanted to even go there. It's not about the politics of the day. It's about the rule of law. And that matters. That matters in a republic, in a constitutional republic. So I appreciate each and every one of you for coming on the show. Guys, go out and vote. #FlipTheBallot. Because, as I said, the judges are the most undervote position on a ballot. Because most people, they turn around, look at the ballot, and say, I don't know who these people are. Well, educate yourselves. I will put a list out. All 4 of you will be on that list as people who I endorse and I want people to go out and vote for. So
Thank you, John.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it. Lynn, I'm so sorry that you weren't here. I get it. You didn't want to come into studio, but that's okay.
No, that's not it at all. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
You too.
Well, I won't say that on air. I'll say that during the break when we go to break. But again, thank you so much for joining us. We got about 40 seconds. Go out and vote for these judges. Don't call me saying, John, who do I need to vote for? Well, go back and re-listen to this show and listen to men and women of integrity.
Right. If you don't vote, don't complain. Plus, we have to vote no on all these referendums.
Correct.
The first 3 items on the ballot, vote no.
Yeah. Well, it depends on where you're at too.
No, this is the state of Illinois.
Okay, for the entirety of the state, because different areas have those referendums too. So, because I know we have a few, and I see
out in
Tina
King County, no school.
Yeah, the Valkyrie's calling in, so I'm sure she got something to say. You listening to Black and White? We'll be right back.
I'm worried about Mom. She's having a tough time moving around the house.
Oh, I know. She still thinks she can do everything on her own.
Exactly, but I've been over there every day this week, helping her navigate the stairs, cooking meals, reminding her to take her medicine. I'm always nervous when I leave.
You know what? I admire you for taking care of Mom. But your family needs you too. And what if she slips and falls? A friend recommended the caregivers at Senior Helpers of Naperville Southwest. They service Cook, DuPage, Kane, and Will counties. They guarantee compatibility and they'll conduct a free safety assessment of her home. Plus, they'll provide as little or as much care as Mom needs.
Senior Helpers of Naperville Southwest, offering both hourly and live-in care. Schedule a free assessment today by calling 331-281-0728. That's 331-281-0728. Again, that's 331-281-0728. And tell them AM 560 sent you. Senior Helpers of Naperville Southwest. Senior care, only better.
Quick delivery service. What do you need delivered today?
Hi, I'm trying to work through a last-minute to-do list for my boss. Can you deliver a hard drive to the Loop in Chicago?
We can deliver that today.
Okay, can you deliver 20 boxes to a client in Rockford?
We can deliver that today.
Can you deliver 12 pallets of tile to our customer in Naperville?
We can deliver that today.
Can you deliver a large envelope to Northbrook?
We can deliver that today.
Oh my gosh, I think my water just broke. Can you?
We cannot deliver that.
Quick Delivery Service delivers your package no matter the size. More than just a messenger service, Quick Delivery Service is a messenger and trucking service that can also provide scheduled routes for your daily delivery or your air shipment. Trucks are equipped to handle the load and provide ground-level service for same-day delivery. The Quick Delivery Service team of safe, licensed professionals can provide quick door-to-door service for your special delivery. QuickDelivery.com. That's QuickDelivery.com. We deliver that today. But we don't deliver this.
Back to Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560. The Answer.
Well, this music will get you going. Another thing, too, to consider about voting, there's a lot of referendums that are put on the ballot, and particularly in the primary level. And in fact, in King County in 2013, there was some ballot initiative to create some sort of XYZ agency to help poor people. It was basically duplication of other programs that were already there. So we got together and we voted against it. And so it went down. But see, this is done in the primary level because they know so few people aren't going to come out and vote. So that's why they put all these things in there. And I always tell my friends, you can't exclude that one item from your tax bill. You got to pay the whole thing. So if you don't vote, don't complain.
Well, that's the truth. Let's bring on the Valkyrie. Tina, what's up, girl?
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. Hey, I would just like to remind everybody that, was it in 2020 we had the opportunity to put some conservative judges on the Illinois Supreme Court?
2022, just 2 years ago.
Just 2 short years ago.
Yeah.
Well, the FOP Lodge 7, John Catanzaro, that pinhead, donated, I think, $40,000 or $50,000 to the Democrats. And guess what we got? Democrats elected.
Wow.
So I don't know what will fix this state, but I'm going to vote for whoever will abolish public pensions because all they do is buy votes. They buy loyalty from the unions, even when it goes against their best interest. That was the most, after I saw that, my opinion of the police union changed completely. I will always support the guys out on the street, but I have zero respect for union leadership within the FOP.
Wow. Well, thank you, Tina. Katie Dean Slotman, she needs to get on this show next week.
All right. I'm going to see her in a few minutes.
So does Munson. Have them call in next week and get them on the show. They need to get on the show. So, and Gabby, I got Gabby's sign. I don't have a Katie sign in my yard, so I need a Katie sign in my yard too.
All right, I got two in the back of my truck right now. We're headed to that Men Who Cook fundraiser
with Rob
for the Children's Advocacy Center.
Yeah, and Rob Enright, I'm telling you, I gotta wait. Why are you on this on the line? Rob Enright works for the funeral home that took care of my son, and Rob was there day one. And if you want to know a man who of integrity, a man that will do that job, a man who understands that job, Rob Enright for Will County Coroner. That's the man you want to vote for right there.
100%. Good guy.
All right. Thanks so much, Tina. Now get there and save me some food.
I will.
All right. Eduardo, Tampa Bay, you trader.
Amigo.
Yeah.
Thanks for holding.
Thank you very much. Good evening, Jim. Hello. Well, did you guys see the video where they were arguing President Obama and President Biden?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they made the mistake that they didn't have him as keep him on for this election, and missing the chance of getting Mr. Shapiro from Pennsylvania at least as the BP.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty ridiculous, and it looks like they're going to pay big time in a couple weeks.
Yeah, but dude, I really would love to know, because I know there was a funny meme made about what Joe Biden, there's a couple of them, what Joe Biden and Barack Obama were talking about. I would have loved to have been right there in the middle listening to that conversation.
Oh, yeah.
Well, plus all these things about, Tampon Tim come out, and they're also showing videos of where the police were shooting these paintball bullets at people, get off their porches during the dark days of COVID.
Eduardo, what did you think about the judges, though? But isn't that an important, that we don't understand the fight? All these different things that Trump has been battling, it's been because of circuit court judges.
Oh, yeah. I mean, because I listen to both stations, and the other side, that's on their bullseye is, having, expanding the Supreme Court and getting their judges that they want, that believe in their progressive ideals. Yeah, that's on their. They're going to go after that if they get in power.
So true. We need to do the same thing. Eduardo, thank you so much. You coming to Freedom Summit?
Thank you very much, guys.
You coming to Freedom Summit? He's gone. You listen in the Black and Right, Hour 3 with State Representative Jennifer Sanalitro, right?
She's supposed to be calling in.
All right, we'll be right back.
This is Sean Thompson for Donley Auctions. Donley Auctions wants your stuff. They have buyers. They need your items. If you're a collector, contact them and find out the market value. If you know a collector, tell Donley about them. If they sell it, you'll get a Donley's Finder fee. Cha-ching, cash in your pocket. Randy, what are you on the hunt for now?
We need collectibles for our auction, and you need some extra cash. Not sure what you have? Call us. We know the value, and then you can make the decision. With our worldwide auction audience, we get top dollar. Here's your chance to add some additional money when you need it. 815-923-7000, 815-923-7000. Check us out at DonleyAuctions.com.
Do you have any of these? Call Donley. You know anyone that has any of these things? Call Donley and get Donley's Finder's fee. Donley Auctions, 815-923-7000. Tell them Sean sent you.
News, opinion, insight. This is AM 560, The Answer. WIND, Chicago. Streaming at 560theanswer.com on the AM 560 mobile app. Or tell your smart speaker to play The Answer, Chicago.
Former President Trump campaigns in Pennsylvania as early voting is underway. I'm Ann Carrick, Fox News. In Latrobe, Fox's Rich Edson has more details.
You've got a former Pro Bowler who's speaking at an airport named after a golf legend, while the richest man in the world is campaigning out east for the former president. That's the scenario in Pennsylvania over the last couple of days here. Former President Trump arrives this evening. He will speak at Arnold Palmer Regional Airport. Palmer, the golf legend, was born here. It's why they named the airport after him. Trump was in Michigan yesterday, as was the Vice President Kamala Harris. In Detroit, Trump promised to revitalize American manufacturing, and in the Motor City, that means the auto industry. The Trump campaign is also working to convince his supporters to vote early this year. Trump has had many of his voters skeptical of mail-in or early voting. Now he wants to bank those ballots.
The former president has a slight edge over his opponent in Pennsylvania, according to a polling average from Real Clear Politics. Stopping to talk to reporters in Detroit Saturday, Vice President Harris says there's a lot at stake in this election.
Donald Trump has proven himself to be increasingly unstable and unfit, and he's trying to take us backward. He is someone who demeans the American people, who has no actual plan for uplifting the middle class, no actual plan that is about any sense of optimism in who the American people are and what we are capable of doing.
The vice president now campaigning in Georgia, returning to Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin Monday. Boeing and the union of striking machinists negotiated a new contract proposal. It will provide bigger pay raises, 35%, and upfront bonuses of $7,000, as well as end a costly walkout, which has crippled production of airplanes for more than a month. The union plans to hold a ratification vote on Wednesday. The deal does not include a traditional pension plan. America's listening to Fox News.
Now, your official weather forecast.
Tonight, mainly clear, reaching a low of 51. Tomorrow, brilliant sunshine, very warm, great weather for viewing fall foliage. High 80 tomorrow. Clear tomorrow night with a low of 54. Monday, mostly sunny and warm. We'll see a high of 82. Partly cloudy Monday night with a low of 55. Tuesday, partly sunny and mild. High 73. I'm Jillian Ford on AM 560, The Answer.
Get the latest weather, traffic, and news updates online at 560theanswer.com.
If your approach to everyday aches and pains is to mask them, feel better for a few hours only to have the pain return and then repeat the cycle all over again, it's time to try Relief Factor. And the good news is Relief Factor makes that easy. Their 3-week quick start is just $19.95, less than $1 a day. Instead of masking pain, Relief Factor helps eliminate it. How? Well, its unique formula of ingredients helps support your body's response to inflammation. Relief Factor was developed by doctors. It's 100% drug-free, and for so many people, the results are game-changing, even life-changing. So give it a try. Right now, their 3-week quick start is just $19.95. Go to ReliefFactor.com or call 1-800-4RELIEF. That's 1-800-4RELIEF. See how in a few weeks or even days, Relief Factor can reduce your pain. When you feel better, life is just better. So don't mask pain. Fight it naturally with Relief Factor.
Your pet isn't just a pet,
They're part of your family. Most of the pet food on the market is cooked at high temperatures, which kills nutrients. A scoop of Dynovite is a 3-in-1 daily supplement, adding back key nutrients to your pup's health. Try Dynovite for free. Just pay shipping and handling. Learn more at dinovite.com/radio. That's dinovite.com/radio.
Happier, healthier with every bite. Over 1 million pets helped with Dynovite.
Cybersecurity Awareness Month is still going strong, and LifeLock has a message about phishing. The scams cyber criminals use to trick victims into allowing access to their devices so they can steal your personal information. Being aware of potential phishing scams is one way to help protect your personal information. LifeLock alerts you to more uses of your personal information and fixes identity theft issues that arise. Start protecting your identity with a 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com. Use my first name, Clay, as your promo code. Terms apply.
From breaking news and weather across the country to insight from the brightest minds in conservative opinion, it's Salem News Channel, home to the biggest shows on TV, like Hugh Hewitt weekdays at 6 a.m. Eastern, followed by Mike Gallagher at 9. Join SNC, where facts are sacred, critical thinking is celebrated, and the pursuit of truth is unwavering. Watch Salem News Channel free, now on Zumo Play. Learn more at snc.tv/Zumo.
Portions of the following show may be pre-recorded.
AM 560, The Answer. Prepare to have your mind opened. The lies of the mainstream media are about to be exposed, and the hypocrisy of the left is about to be revealed. This is a revolution in how you think about politics, race, and culture. You've tuned into Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560, The Answer.
I'm coming in hot.
Hey, why not?
Yeah, coming in hot. Just like the fajita. I write what I live. My life in the speaker. I'm nice with the flow.
Welcome back. Hour 3 of Black and Right Radio on AM 560, The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony, live in studio. If you missed those first 2 hours, head over to 560theanswer.com. Download the podcast. You can listen to the show no matter where you are. And those judges who just in the studio and by phone, I hope you guys have downloaded the podcast. And while you're at it, you really want people to vote for you, judges. blackandrightradio.com. Purchase one of those new hoodies, Black and Right. Go knock on that door with that on. They're going to be like, I'm definitely voting for you. So
plus what they can do is they can send copies of their radio show segment to their people.
Well, yeah, that's what I told them. I told them
their websites
to cut it up and make sure they send out and just make a social media post.
Exactly.
And if you need just the audio, let me know as well. I can cut the audio, or you can just cut it from the YouTube, Rumble, or Facebook page, and you'll be able to. Because Pamela, I see her sponsored ads on social media all the time.
Yeah,
I see them all the time. They show up in my feed. So, but we got a special guest who I've been trying to get on the show, but it takes a Jim Economos to make the request, and she says yes, Jim. I've been trying to get her on this show for a couple of years now.
Well,
Jim, who do we have joining us?
We have a special Assemblywoman of Illinois, Jennifer St. Elitru, who I met a couple of years ago at a little event with Randy Ramey had, and I could tell she was a winner. And what's nice about her, besides the fact that she's a dynamic woman, she's sharp and smart, she comes from a background of not being a lawyer, just an ordinary person, kind of like we're discussing with the judges, where people have been working and seeing how things don't work, so they want to get involved, dedicate themselves to try to make things better versus the same common garbage that we're dealing with. So Jennifer, say hello. Come on in.
Hello, gentlemen.
Hi.
Hello. Anthony.
Yes.
I promised you I would come on before the election, and that's why I said yes. Although I love Jim, I love you both. I was coming on your show regardless.
Okay. That makes me feel a little bit better now.
Yes. Remember last time I saw you, I said, I promise I will come on your show before the election. And then I just got busy, and he happened to ask me, and I said, all right, yes, I'll do it, of course.
Yeah, we were at Rebeletti's fundraiser, Dennis Rebeletti's fundraiser. So, but go ahead, Jim. Jim's leading this segment, so I'll shut up for now.
Well, no, basically what's nice is because, she got involved because of the business experiences that she and her husband had with their business. And these are the people, again, we need to get involved. So tell us about all the shenanigans, if you can, going on in Washington, Springfield, how things don't work for the people the way they should. And if we had more people on our side, things would get better.
That's true. You know, we do definitely need a balanced General Assembly. Right now, there's 78 Democrats, 40 Republicans. It's really hard to get anything through, you know, when it's not you need a balance. So, you know, your votes matter. You have to make sure that we get enough Republicans in there so we can stop some of this garbage that gets through. I know in this last budget session, you know, people don't really know this, but in the dead of the night, the last night of our budget session, when we were in the state capitol back in May, they were pushing through a $1.2 billion tax increase that we actually voted down. It didn't pass. We were all cheering and screaming and so excited about it. And then they put it through again about, 30, 40 minutes later. And we're talking 2 o'clock in the morning, you guys. We're talking 2:30. They put it through again, and it didn't pass. And then what they did is they changed the rules. They changed the rules, their own rules. They changed the rules, their own rules that they write. So because they have the majority in the House, they get to, write the rule book on what happens. They changed the rules, and then they put it through again, and they passed it. So not only did we try to stop them from doing a $1.2 billion tax increase, they didn't care, and they pushed it through anyway. So it was devastating. We all were upset, and a lot of, you don't think about it this way, but when they spend nearly $1 billion on illegal immigration and they put through a $1.2 billion tax increase, I mean, it's common sense. That's what's paying for it. So
now, when you're door knocking and tell people this, what do they say? Even the Democrats, liberal people.
Well, when you door knock, you don't get to give that story at every door that you go to, but people are appalled and they don't want their tax dollars being spent on that. People want tax relief, and they just aren't getting it. They want tax relief. They want, they want good government spending. They want good health care. They want good paying jobs, and they're just not seeing it. And I don't think they realize that their vote really matter, especially in local races. Local races are, really can affect your pocketbook big time. So,
hey, Jennifer, Representative, I'm sorry, I called you by your name, Representative. Now, you're holding on to your pearls because when I was there in 2013, you know what our budget was? The budget that we were voting on for fiscal year 2014 was $32 billion. What was the number that you guys just voted on back in, what was that, May? What was that number?
It was the biggest budget in the history of Illinois. It was I think it was $53.4 billion.
Wow.
$53.4 billion. Yeah.
Oh, my. So nothing has changed.
The year before it was, I believe, $52 billion. So we did 2 back-to-back years of max budget, and I just don't see how the state can just it's going to implode. I think in 2026, the funds are going to dry up, and you're not going to see as many bills and things get passed as it has been. I mean, it's been a free-for-all down there with, grant money and all these different projects. And not that we don't want to support these projects. We absolutely do. There are some projects that are great.
Right.
But when they're spending that way, your tax dollars are going to go up. So Illinoisans aren't going to get a relief.
Right. Well, wait, real quick. Ted Dabrowski from WyattPoints.org, he sent me, he's always sending me very interesting articles from WyattPoints.org. Now, he said, another annual census migration report, another 93,000 net loss of Illinois to other states. How does Illinois, when we're looking for taxpayers to fund that $53 billion budget, where are we getting that money from if the producers, the people who were paying those taxes, if we continue at this rate of losing 93,000 people, where's that money going to come from? How are they going to fund government?
See, we talk about that all the time when we're in our committees and we talk about it on the floor, and they don't think the Democrats don't think that that's happening. They're like, no, we're not losing people. We're building businesses, more businesses that have ever come into Illinois. Our fiscal year 25 looks great. I think that they're just lying to themselves. They're lying to themselves, you know. And like Jim said, I'm not a politician. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not any of that. But I do look out for the people. And I want what everybody wants. You just want to be able to have a good future for your family, a good paying job, and be able to afford things. And at this rate, we're all going to be putting our pennies together because it's just not. I don't see relief in the cards. I just don't.
Right. Well, when I talk to my friends at Urban Talk Radio, I say, "How about Tyson's Foods?"
Right.
How many companies have left? Essentially, Illinois has a big sign that says, "Do not come in."
Yeah. Hey, Representative Craig in the car, what bill are you talking about? Craig, you there? What bill?
I'd like to know the bill number because then I'm kind of curious about the comment about changing the rules and then voting on it a third time. So help me out. What's the bill number, and I'll do my research.
Yeah, Representative, if you can give him the bill number of that $1.2 billion increase. Thanks, Craig.
Let me look up the bill number because we've been out since May, and we have about over 4,000 bills were put through. So let me look at the bill number.
Okay. Well, guess what? Guess what? We got to go to break. I'll let you. We got a 3-minute break. As I'm sure you can go and find what the bill number is, and then when we come back from break, you can let us know. Because
okay, for sure.
Listen. Suspending the rules is nothing for the Democrats. I recall the first time I got there, and I was told the two most important votes for Mike Madigan, his rules and speakership. That's all Mike Madigan cares about. Mike Madigan cared about. Those rules that the Democrats create are foolish for this state. We'll be right back.
Yep.
America First with Dr. Sebastian Gorka.
The polling show, this is a shocking, one of the most shocking statistics of the last 4 years. More than 70% of Americans, 70%, want full deportation of illegals. Does that not matter to the Democrats? Do they understand what's going on? Do Democrats understand?
America First with Dr. Sebastian Gorka. Afternoons at 3, right before Sean Thompson at 4 on AM 560. The Answer.
Papa Nicholas Coffee, a Chicagoland tradition for over 5 generations, combines heritage and innovation in every cup. Our coffee is locally roasted, hot air roasted, and cold blended in small batches to ensure premium quality. Whether you prefer a 12-ounce bag or a 28-ounce bag, or even the convenience of K-Cups, you'll find Papa Nicholas Coffee at your local retailer. Taste the difference that 5 generations of expertise brings. Choose Papa Nicholas Coffee, because great coffee is our family tradition. Visit online at papanicholas.com. That's papanicholas.com.
Balance of Nature supplements, changing the world one life at a time.
Oh, I have a friend, Julia, who has taken a Balance of Nature now for quite some time. And she said, oh, Becky, ask your doctor about taking Balance of Nature. So I talked to my doctor about it, and she said, oh, try it.
You know, Balance of Nature is becoming pretty important out there to a lot of people. And when I first started, I was really impressed. I'm a healthcare professional, trained as a pharmacist, so anything that's natural I like, and so it made a lot of sense.
Start your journey with Balance of Nature supplements. Call 1-800-246-8751 or go to balanceofnature.com and sign up as a new preferred customer. And for a limited time, get 35% off your first order with free shipping and our money-back guarantee. Go to balanceofnature.com and get this special offer by using discount code CHICAGO.
Dinesh D'Souza here. Have you heard about my new movie? It's called Vindicating Trump. It's based on my book of the same name. The movie is a deep dive into the real reasons why the left and the Democrats hate Donald Trump so much. They're afraid Trump will dethrone them once again, the one man who can stand up to the tyranny of the left. Don't miss my no-holds-barred defense of Trump in Vindicating Trump. You can watch it now or buy the DVD. Go to salemnow.com, salemnow.com.
Cybersecurity Awareness Month is still going strong, and LifeLock has a message about phishing. The scams cyber criminals use to trick victims into allowing access to their devices so they can steal your personal information. Being aware of potential phishing scams is one way to help protect your personal information. LifeLock alerts you to more uses of your personal information and fixes identity theft issues that arise. Start protecting your identity with a 30-day free trial at lifelock.com. Use my first name, Clay, as your promo code. Terms apply.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
This is Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560, The Answer.
Welcome back to Black and Right Radio on AM 560, The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony, live in studio with the doc himself, Jimmy Conamos. Representative, we're speaking with Representative, Senator Littrow. Did you come up with the bill number?
I did not find it yet because I'm driving, but
Okay.
It's a tax revenue bill. Anybody can look it up if you go on ilga.gov.
Okay, I'll look it up. But the thing about it, you won't be able to see that the rules were suspended, in that, and that's what people don't understand. They're able to hide. They're able to hide a lot of the parliamentarian tricks that they do. So people are they have no clue that that's happening to pass anything and whatever they want. I mean, truthfully, they can even abrogate their own rules, change their rules mid-sentence. Because I remember Ron Sandak going belligerent when they were doing that on budget bills when I was there. And we wouldn't get out of there at about 4 a.m. After, they've played their tricks on getting and that's what people don't really understand about Springfield. It's a complete joke, correct?
A corruption joke.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's just one of the shenanigans. There's other shenanigans.
How about shell bills?
I remember a couple weeks before that, we were in a committee, and it was, I don't remember what the subject was. I know it was about tax, about tips. They wanted to, not get rid of tipping, I think, in the state of Illinois, or it was something along that lines. It was very late in the middle of the night, too, and they couldn't get the votes on it while we were in the committee because I'm on the labor committee. So they kept switching out members until they had enough votes to put it through. Wow. Like, so they're switching out members that are assigned to those committees to get it through. So there's so many different shenanigans that are played to, that's why it's so important, though, that people get out and vote. And it's so important that you don't just pick people based on one issue. You need to pick people that are going to have in mind what you want for your family. Expenses are the only way that you can really live a decent life. You have to have money to have everything that you want, So when your money is going down the drain and you're not getting, relief from your government, you're just not going to have a great life. We need less government spending. We need, safe schools and safe streets, and we need, our government to look out for the people, and instead of looking out for themselves. So, we just need more people to vote and to start looking into and start paying attention to what happens down in Springfield. Because
absolutely, another issue too. I always when I'm at Urban Talk Radio, I always compare other states to Illinois. And I said, years ago, I had a conversation with drawing a blank here, Marco Rubio, when he was running for Senate the first time, and he said one of the things they do in Florida is they have sunset provisions. So every 10 years or something, if something's not renewed,
We have those here.
They do. I thought they didn't.
We have sunsets. There's a lot of things that have sunsets. Yeah, Madigan made sure he put sunsets because that's how the people came back and cut that check. So I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's right. Because I mentioned this, and people just some people say, well, the speaker doesn't want to have that done or something. And also, we have so many layers of government in Illinois, like 7,000. It's ridiculous. So if some of those things were not renewed, all those expenses would disappear with it.
Yeah, that's why I believe I filed a bill where you can empower the Attorney General to start to investigate some of the different programs that are still available and that we're spending money on. So we can get rid of those and start using those funds for, maybe there's a bill that is also filed. I believe Dan Ugassi is the sponsor of this bill, where you use your tax dollars to give it to school districts, and they can use grants from the state, and then that school district can lower property tax levies. So, there's so many different and great ideas out there. They're just not getting pulled. Democrats they probably pull about 78 to 80% of Democrat bills, maybe even more. I think it was like 83%, to be honest. And only like 17% of Republican ideas get heard in the General Assembly. So, we just need it to be more streamlined.
Yeah,
basically.
I think Representative McLaughlin was on here, and he was basically saying something. I don't recall all the way, but if there's no bipartisan bill for the Republicans, he won't even call the Republican bill. If there's it has to be a certain amount of Democrats willing to join the bill. He was saying something. I could be wrong, but is that true?
It's 100% true. If you don't have enough Democrats for your bill, you can't get it passed anyway, because you have to have 60 votes. We only have 40 Republicans. So if you only have 40 Republicans, you're never going to pass any bills. So you have to work really hard. Republicans probably work 3 times harder just because we have to go to every Democrat and ask them if they can support our bill. Otherwise, you're not getting anything through.
So
and it's true. And go ahead.
How's your race going?
My race is going very good. I feel very confident, but I need everybody to get out and vote, because my opponent is extremely progressive. So, I just feel like our town isn't a very progressive town. We're working families. I have all the endorsements. I have AFFI, FOP, I have the labor groups, I have the NFIB, I have ABATE, motorcyclist, I have all my mayors, I have all the endorsements. I got Daily Herald the other day. I'm looking forward to hopefully getting the Chicago Tribune. The reason is because I'm a balanced, fair person. I'm honest. I talk to people. I listen to people at the door. I want to do a great job, and I think that I've proven myself in doing that, and I think that my opponent is way too progressive, and we don't need any more progressives down in Springfield, that's for sure.
Yeah, and what does your district entail? You said you want everybody to get out. What cities would that include?
My district is Hanover Park, Carroll Stream, Roselle, Schaumburg, Bloomingdale, Medina, Wooddale, Itasca, a little bit of Bensonville, a corner of Addison, and Elk Grove. Yeah, I need everybody to get out and vote, because, this is a huge election, not only with, President Trump being on the ticket, but all our down ballots. We need them to get elected, because we can't afford to give up any more seats, or it's going to be lost. This is our
we discussed this with the judges,
last
too.
hurrah.
Right. Plus, also, was last year or 2 years ago, none of the Republicans took the pay raise that was passed for the Assembly people.
And that, yep. Last year they gave a pay raise, but they gave themselves another one.
Now, it was the same. None of the Republicans took it.
It wasn't as big of one. It was not one Republican voted for it. It was another 4.5% increase.
Yeah,
for themselves.
And that House bill was House Bill 3817. House Bill 3817 sponsored. The sponsor was Jahan Gordon Booth, and L.G. Sims was the Senate sponsor. Interesting.
Got it.
Sims, he's at work.
Yeah. So how can did you? I don't know. I didn't hear you because I was looking up that bill. If someone wanted to join the campaign in these last couple of weeks, how can they find Jennifer Sanalitro?
Repsanalitro.com. It's REPSANALITRO.com. You can go on my website and sign up. You can volunteer by stuffing envelopes, knocking doors, making phone calls to get out the vote, help collect early ballots, or, not collect, but you call people to try to make sure they're returning their ballot, and, they get our information.
Hey, and Representative, I want to
send some money.
Representative, I want to give you 1 minute.
Donations, of course.
Yeah, I want to give you 1 minute to speak to the voters of your district as to why they should send you back to Springfield.
Listen, I am just like you. I am a working mom. I'm a small business owner. Me and my husband and my family care so much about this state, and I am a balanced, fair person. I'm responsible. I'm trustworthy, and I just want what's good for people. I want what my family wants. I want the same thing for you. I'm here for you. I'm ready to make a difference, and I fight for you. I want to be the best legislator possible down in Springfield and when I'm back at home, and I think that you can count on me, and I know that I'm a better option. There's no doubt in my mind that I'm a better option than my opponent, and I've been, coming through for everybody. I'm getting bills passed. I'm, making relationships, and I'm doing the work, and I don't think anybody's going to outwork me. And I'm here for you, the people.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you, I vouch for her 1,000%.
Me too.
She's one of the best representatives that we have down there. Representative Jennifer Sanalitro, thanks so much for joining us on Black and Right, finally. Oh, I didn't have to put that little dig in there, but I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
No, thank you guys for having me.
All right.
Good job.
Next from the Northwest Side, we'll take you when we get back.
And by quick delivery service.
Fox News, I'm Deborah Valentine. Both presidential campaigns hitting the swing states this weekend. Former President Trump is speaking at an airport in Latrobe, Pennsylvania, pledging this.
With your support, we'll bring back our nation's strength, dominance, prosperity, and pride. We're going to do it. This will be America's new golden age.
The GOP nominee holds a town hall in Pennsylvania Sunday. Vice President Harris speaking to reporters in Detroit about this week's campaign plans.
On Monday, I will be headed to Pennsylvania, to Michigan and Wisconsin to spend some time with a great American leader, Liz Cheney.
Harris praised early voter turnout, which broke records in North Carolina and Georgia today. A mass shooting early today in Philadelphia. At least 7 people reported injured, 1 critically. Police say a juvenile gunman's at large. America's listening to Fox News.
Dennis Prager here. Join me on an unforgettable cruise to the Caribbean this November. Imagine 9 days basking in the sun, surrounded by the stunning beauty of a tropical paradise. We'll cruise in the vibrant islands of Half Moon Cay, Curacao, Bonaire, Aruba, and more. We'll be joined by special guest Sean McDowell, and we'll both be sharing insights into current events in a way I hope energizes and challenges you. Secure your spot before spaces run out by calling 855-565-5519 or online at PragerCruise.com.
Your local State Farm agent, Anthony DeGrotto, combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. You can combine your home, auto, and life insurance to not only save you money, but give you the peace of mind you've been looking for. Anthony DeGrotto is your go-to agent in Chicagoland. He and his team will work for you to provide the best service you expect at the price you want. Combine your home, auto, and life insurance today. Anthony DeGrotto will help you mix and match things perfectly. His State Farm office is a top pick 2024 Daily Herald Reader's Choice Award winner. He's a proud supporter of Tunnel to Towers and like-minded as you. His State Farm agency is currently looking to add members at their Roselle office. Call Anthony at 847-895-1500 today or visit DeGrottoSF.com. That's DeGrottoSF.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
Bad decisions limit future options. Make enough bad decisions and you'll destroy your life. Listen to The Flatline with Rick Hughes tomorrow morning at 7 The Flot Line describes a main line of resistance in your soul, built on God's Word. Listen tomorrow morning for inspiration, motivation, education, all without manipulation. That's The Flot Line with Rick Hughes. Tomorrow morning at 7 on AM 560. The Answer.
A large retail store just canceled a huge order, leaving MyPillow with a ton of extra MyPillows. But you know what? That's their loss and your gain. For the first time ever, you'll get a standard classic MyPillow for wholesale prices, only $14.88. But it gets even better. For a limited time, they're going to offer their entire classic collection at wholesale prices. Get queen-size MyPillows for just $18.88. Upgrade to king size for only $1 more. Get the body pillows for $29.88 and multi-use MyPillows for only $9.88. So go to MyPillow.com and use promo code LIBERTY or call 800-489-0201 to take advantage of wholesale pricing for the first time ever and receive free shipping on orders over $75. That's right. Get the standard MyPillow for only $14.88. They have never been offered this low before. They're limited quantities at this price, so the limit is going to be 10, and once they're gone, they're gone. So go to MyPillow.com or call 800-489-0201 and use promo code LIBERTY to get the standard MyPillow for only $14.88, the lowest price ever. Papa Nicholas Coffee, a Chicagoland tradition for over 5 generations, combines heritage and innovation in every cup. Our coffee is locally roasted, hot air roasted, and cold blended in small batches to ensure premium quality. Whether you prefer a 12-ounce bag or a 28-ounce bag, or even the convenience of K-Cups, you'll find Papa Nicholas Coffee at your local retailer. Taste the difference that 5 generations of expertise brings. Choose Papa Nicholas Coffee, because great coffee is our family tradition. Visit online at papanicholas.com. That's papanicholas.com.
Dennis Prager here. Join me on an unforgettable cruise to the Caribbean this November. We'll cruise to the vibrant islands of Half Moon Cay, Curacao, Bonaire, Turks and Caicos, and much more. We'll be joined by special guest Sean McDowell, and we'll both be sharing insights into current events in a way I hope energizes and challenges you. Secure your spot before space runs out by calling 855-565-5519 or book online at pragercruise.com.
This is Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560. The Answer.
Welcome back to Black and Right Radio. I'm going to tell you, I had a different direction to take this show today, but it totally pivoted in a total different direction, and that's okay, because let's go to Nick from the Northwest Side. What's up, brother?
Hey, my brother. Thank you. I was going to say that regarding Florida, if we will remember the way it went with the Bush and Gore election, it was declared by the liberal progressive news media that Florida already went to the Democrat. So those who are waiting to vote Republican, such as the Panhandle Party, the up and down north-south area, that's Eastern time zone. The Panhandle going east and west, that's Central time zone. So those people there, I'm sure some of them maybe are driving over to vote in person, and whatever, and thought, well, what's the point? I'll just go home. So if maybe our friend Eduardo down there in Tampa Bay could also help out by talking to people and calling some local station there and reminding people, don't pay attention to that news media if they call the state. Because that's what they did then. How many people... It turned out good for Bush anyhow, but how many people gave up and figured, well, there's no point in my, driving down there for 30 minutes and waiting in line for 45 minutes, you know what I mean, or whatever. Yeah. So, okay, so that's it then. Right. And nice show as usual.
Thank you.
Good call.
Okay. Thank you, Nick. Let's go to the man on the street, Mark. What's up, brother?
Hey, it's Mark Weimermiller, man on the street. I'm in downtown Chicago. I'm actually at the Ambassador East Hotel right now. And I want to tell you real quick, I saw Donald Trump on Tuesday. He was tremendous. And I'm just saying it's really trending Trump. But I want to say I've got a friend here, Sophia Diaz.
Hey!
With me right now.
Oh, an amazing cook. An amazing cook.
And those fashionable glasses.
Oh, I missed that
John
food.
Anthony, it's such a pleasure being on your show. I missed you dearly. I love you dearly.
Yes.
And I wanted to invite you and all of your friends at the Ambassador Hotel, Gold Coast, downtown Chicago. I'm having a big Diaz exhibition, and I'm performing live from my second album, Bulletproof 2 Legacy.
Nice.
You're invited, mate. I miss you.
Yes. I miss your food.
I miss the glasses.
Yeah, I have those glasses.
Yeah, I got a pair too.
Yeah.
So this is tomorrow, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. at the Ambassador East Hotel, which is on State and Goethe in the Gold Coast of Chicago. So if any of your listeners or you two, Jim and John, want to come down here, you can see her fashion show. You can see her sing. Sophia Diaz, you probably remember she ran
I know who she is.
Trump thing for your listeners 4 years ago. And we had several hundred people at her house in
without masks then.
Yeah, no mask, and it was a tremendous event. And she's back in town promoting her. She's got a tremendous fashion line here. I mean, it's just incredible, right, Sophia?
Absolutely. And I remember cooking fish fry and spaghetti for you, John.
Yes, I remember. It was amazing. Thank you so much. I really do.
It's lovely to see you again and be on your show.
Well, thank you so much. Mark, is that it?
Yeah, that's it. And Trump 2024, great show today. We'll see you guys maybe tomorrow.
Flip the ballot. Thank you, Mark.
That's right.
All right, take it away, Jim.
Well, our next friend is a gentleman that we had the show one other time, Frank Lassay. He was a state senator for Wisconsin during the Walker administration. He knows a lot about what's going on with all this junk science and all this environmental crap, and so he just wrote a nice book called Climate, Energy, and Lies. And in that book, I had a chance to read it. I was flying on an airplane, so I had some time. He brings out a lot of good points about how these people are always wrong. This political agenda, this one world, these people have one world government, and things like this. And then, just as a small example, in the island of Haiti in the Dominican Republic, the Haiti side where there's a lot of poor people and things, they cut all the trees down and stuff to burn because they don't have enough energy. And you go to the Dominican side, and there's lush forests and things like this, all this growth and good job creation for people, hotels, tourism. Such a stark difference in one small island. So, Frank, welcome to Chicago once again.
Oh, well, thank you. And that's one of the points made in my book, Climate and Energy Lies. You can get it on Amazon. And the picture is really stark of the island that's divided between Haiti. And we have a whole bunch of Haitian refugees now that Harris is okay to be here legally. And we literally flew a few 100,000 of them and dropped them all over the country. But they're here legally. They didn't come over the border. We flew them here, gave them money, invited them here, and say they're legal because they're refugees because their country melted down. But the other part of it is, besides all that economic development, and more than 40% of their island, the Dominican side is still covered in forests, is they have an enlightened policies where they subsidize propane, kind of our propane tanks we use for cooking our barbecues. But they subsidize it so that poor people can use that instead of cutting down trees like they've done in Haiti. And they're building a wall across the island because they're concerned with people now who don't have any wood to burn to heat their homes and eat, of coming and cutting down all their forests too. So these energy is just so important, and this election is real important because when energy is really expensive, everything is really
expensive.
As we're seeing.
Yeah, Frank, we got to go to break. When we come back from break, I want to get into the politics of Wisconsin. Is it possible for Trump to take Wisconsin in this election, and what does he have to do so? We're talking to Frank Lassay. You listening to Black and Right. We'll be right back.
After decades of treasured experiences and cherished moments, you want to feel the best that you can. Whether it's cheering on your grandchildren at their baseball games, planting new flowers in your yard, or simply spending quality time with loved ones. Take Balance of Nature's fruits and veggie supplements along with you. Made from whole fruits and vegetable ingredients, they are free from added fillers or preservatives. Embrace life's adventures with confidence, knowing you're getting more variety of fruit and vegetable ingredients every step of the way. Start your journey with Balance of Nature. Call 1-800-246-8751 or go to balanceofnature.com to get 35% off your first order as a preferred customer with free shipping and our money-back guarantee. That's 1-800-246-8751. Go to balanceofnature.com or call 1-800-246-8751 and get this special offer by using discount code CHICAGO.
Life takes a toll on our bodies. No way around it. Whether it's sitting hours on end at your computer or working a physical job, over time your body pays the price. There is, however, an effective way to turn back the clock on pain, Relief Factor. Developed by doctors, Relief Factor helps support your body's response to inflammation. The difference? Instead of masking pain, Relief Factor helps eliminate it for good. And it's 100% drug-free. If the pains that come with living a full life are affecting you, do as so many others have. Turn back the clock on pain with Relief Factor. Their 3-week quick start is just $19.95, less than $1 a day. When you feel good, it's amazing how much more you get out of life. So visit ReliefFactor.com or call 1-800-4RELIEF. That's 1-800-4RELIEF. Try it for only $19.95. While we can't stop aging, not yet, we can stop pain. Turn back the clock with Relief Factor.
If you own or run a business and you listen to AM 560, you might not realize that the conservative programming that you enjoy is supported by advertisers. Our loyal listeners love to do business with the advertisers they hear every day on AM 560. Now, it probably won't surprise you that there are some businesses who avoid advertising with us because they don't like what we do here. And that's okay, because our audience wants to support businesses that support what we do and think like we think. We would love to have you join the list of successful companies who are already reaching new, like-minded customers. Most AM 560 advertisers have been here for years for one simple reason: they get results. Join our efforts to make a difference in the lives of our listeners who are passionate about supporting our great family of AM 560 advertisers. To learn more, just visit 560theanswer.com/advertise. That's 560theanswer.com/advertise.
And now, more Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560, The Answer.
Welcome back to Black and Right Radio. Pete, I sent you the wrong one. There was an audio clip that somebody put together. I believe it was TikTok, but I sent you the wrong one. And all I heard with the Bret Baier interview was Trump, 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 Trump. I mean, no real policy position she took. She a lot of people says that she was angry. You saw her getting a little perturbed. You really did see that, because I believe this was the very first interview where she actually had to answer real questions.
And she can't.
That wasn't fluff. With that said, Frank, when you look at who Trump is running against in Kamala Harris, there's no there. Do you think the people of Wisconsin can see through the charade of what the left and Kamala and the media are trying to put together as to make her a viable candidate? Is Wisconsin seeing through that?
I believe they are. The polls are trending really well, and kind of insider information that the word on the street is that the Democrats shifted some of the people they had here working in Milwaukee to get out the vote, and they shifted them to Pennsylvania, where Harris is also in trouble. These are all very close purple states. We're very much 50-50. I think the recent polls have Trump even or even a half a point up. I also know a really great candidate, Eric Hovde, know him personally, talk to him regularly and text with him and giving him some pointers, and he doesn't really need any. But he's also hammering Tammy Baldwin, who's gone to Washington and just gone totally left. She was always left, but just extreme left on all these things. And he's hammering her on the fact that she voted twice to impeach Trump, because she's running ads, and Democrat senators around the country now in purple states or competitive states are actually running ads that they did this and Trump signed it. I did this bill and Trump signed it. They're running on Trump, trying woo those independent voters, because people are 79% of the people think this country's headed the wrong direction.
Right.
Even
Exactly.
Democrats think we're headed the wrong direction.
Right.
Yeah,
and Kamala is going to give us more.
Yeah. And here's that audio clip I was looking for.
Be a
So are
cakewalk
they
for
misguided, the
anyone.
50%?
Oh, no, that's not it.
Are they stupid? What is
God,
it?
I would never say that about the American people. What else do we know about this population, 18 through 24?
Yep, that's a good one, too.
They are stupid.
That wasn't the one I was looking for, but that's another good one.
That's right.
I mean,
there's a lot of good ones.
Yeah, everything that they tried to deflect on Trump, they're actually the ones that are doing it, correct?
Oh, absolutely. The gaslighting of this is extreme, and the accusing the other side of doing exactly what they're doing. And that's right out of the communist playbook of just so discontent and people scratching their heads when they're saying, threat to democracy. Who voted for Harris?
Right.
I mean, who voted for him? They had a coup and put her in, and nobody voted for him. They didn't have a primary. They didn't even have any runoff, and they wouldn't let JFK, RFK, run against Joe Biden in a real Democrat primary. They, did everything they could to keep him out of it. So he went independent. Now he's supporting Trump, and I think if we elect Trump, and I don't agree with many of RFK's policies, but in the FDA and protecting our food supply and making sure it's healthy, I think he's spot on in that area, and I think that's the area that Trump would put him in charge of, because that needs an overhaul. So much of our government needs an overhaul.
Okay.
So it serves us, the people, and Trump's going to do that. Kamala is going to have more of the government overlords telling us all what we do. That we get rid of your gas car, get rid of your natural gas stove. You have to have a heat pump, hot water heater. People don't even know about these things. But they add $10,000 to $20,000 to a new house. So they're talking about we don't have enough houses while they import 20 million illegals to compete with other Americans and then give them money so they can compete with us for housing and driving up rents everywhere.
That's one of the problems in California.
We have to get off of it.
They have all these mandates in California, and it's driving people out.
Absolutely, it is. And the same thing. We pay more for gas cars because the big companies that make them have to buy credits from EV makers like Tesla, billions of dollars of credits every year that they have to pay to the EV makers. So they add that price to all of our cars cost more. When new cars cost more, used cars cost more.
Yeah.
That hurts regular people.
Yeah. And Frank, we got to leave it there, but where can people find the book if somebody wants to read your new book?
Yeah, it's on Amazon. Climate and Energy Lies. Expensive, Dangerous, and Destructive is the full name of the book. And you can also check out and get more information. We try to make the complex world of climate and energy more understandable for regular people and put it in short articles. And you can find that information on truthinenergyandclimate.com, truthinenergyandclimate.com. Sign up for our weekly newsletter on energy and climate issues, and I think you'll start to see through the mainstream media as propagandizing us and telling us so many things that just aren't true.
Yeah, I always tell my liberal friends, if you want to reduce your CO2 output, quit breathing.
Yeah. Frank, let's say thanks so much for joining us
Frank.
here on Black and White. Really appreciate it.
Soon again.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
All right. I just want to introduce our next guest. I had the opportunity of emceeing a fundraiser he just recently had in Kane County. I think it's Gobert's Pumpkin Farm, right, Lance Bell? He's running for Kane County
correct.
chairman. I had Gretchen. I had Gretchen on earlier today, so I thought you gave me a call. I said, hey, no matter, call in.
We need to change the King County board.
Yes.
Amen.
And so, Lance, we got to go to break, but I just wanted to introduce you to the crowd. We'll have about 4 minutes left in the show when we come back from break. But, guys, go out and vote for Lance Bell. I'm telling you, Kane County needs a change. Lance Bell is that change. Chris Lawson, former Kane County chairman, is 1,000% behind him.
Yep.
Chris, I got a chance to see him again. Chris, we're running into each other a little bit more now, and I love it. So, Lance, hold the line. You listen in the Black and White. We'll be right back.
Your pet isn't just a pet, they're part of your family. Most of the pet food on the market is cooked at high temperatures, which kills nutrients. A scoop of Dynavite is a 3-in-1 daily supplement, adding back key nutrients to your pup's health. Try Dynavite for free. Just pay shipping and handling. Learn more at dinovite.com/radio. That's Dynavite.com/radio.
Happier, healthier with every bite. Over 1 million pets helped with Dynavite.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies. including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens. And it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Hi, this is Carl Amari.
I'm Lisa Wolf. Join us every Saturday night beginning at 8 p.m. for all things entertainment on Hollywood 360.
If you love classic radio shows, The Shadow, Jack Benny, The Lone Ranger, Dragnet, Gunsmoke, and many more, we have them for you on Hollywood 360.
We'll also present trivia contests with prizes, showbiz news, celebrity interviews, games, and movie reviews.
So don't miss Hollywood 360 every Saturday night beginning at 8 p.m. on AM 560, The Answer.
Freedom and liberty are important to all of us in Illinois, from Rockford to Carbondale, from Quincy to Decatur. If you're looking for civil, intellectual conversations with those shaping the future of freedom, try the Future of Freedom podcast with me, Scott Bertram. We speak with leaders across the country in the greater conservative and libertarian movements. In-depth conversations about where the next intellectual battles will happen across the country. It's the Future of Freedom podcast. Find it at americastalking.com or wherever you get your podcasts.
We now return to Black and White on AM 560. The Answer. Here's John Anthony.
Welcome back to Black and White Radio on AM 560. Last 4 minutes and 30 seconds of the show, Jim. I just want to let Lance Bell know. You can, normally they would say cut the check. You don't have to cut the check. Just send the payment for the MC at the God's Plan, yo. That's my Venmo. I'm just kidding. Just teasing you, Lance.
I was asking.
Yeah. But Lance, in the last 4 minutes that we have here, 3 minutes actually, because I always need a minute to close out the show. But talk to the people why you're running and why Kane County needs reform and they need a new leader at the county board chairmanship.
Yeah, this election's real easy for the voters of Kane County, and I'd argue all through Illinois as well. You just have to look at the last 4 years that we've endured, or you could say suffered, and ask yourself the question, just like Ronald Reagan, are you better off today than you were 4 years ago? In Kane County, for the first time in our history, we've had a Democratic board and a Democratic chair, and what we got for that is an explosion on prices, expenses. The county board went from spending $68 million in 2020 to a proposed $138 million, a doubling of the budget. And it was a famous British prime minister who said the thing about socialism is eventually you run out of everybody's money. Well, they're there.
Yeah.
And they've pitched a sales tax, the first ever Kane County sales tax, again in our history, 0.75%, which would fleece us for $52 million a year. And where's that? I was asked today, I was out walking my neighborhood. They asked today, where's this money going? They are hiring and hiring and hiring. And that's what Democrats do. They invent programs, they invent departments, they bring in more and more union folks who are getting paid at a higher level than the non-union folks. And 89% of those expenses have gone just to payroll and benefits.
Jim?
Yep. Well, next year, that's when they want to have that referendum for the new taxes, right, for next year?
Coming in April. That's correct. That's the blessing in this, is that the voters get to vote on that. And I believe we're going to have a great turnout because most of our property tax pain actually comes from the school districts.
Right.
We continue to suffer year after year of property tax levies that go higher and higher, while at the same time the students' test scores keep going lower and lower.
Right. And Lance, we got to head out, but how can people get involved? How can they find you on social media, website?
Absolutely. Everything's Bell for Kane. The website's Bell, F-O-R, Kane.com. Same with Facebook, same with Instagram and Twitter. And there's lots of ways to connect, and we've got a lot of work to do. It just, what do we got? It's 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
We got about 16 days left before we hit November 5th. And I encourage everybody, so I've been telling everybody, vote early. We have 10 voting places that open on Monday. It's super convenient. You can vote anywhere. Vote early. Red Wave
Not
2024.
Not often.
It took me a while to stop saying that.
All right, Lance, thank you so much. The Venmo is God's Plan, yo. I'm playing. I feel like Chris Tucker. I'm just playing. No, I'm not. I'm just playing. God's Plan, yo, is the Venmo. Thank you so much. Lance Bell, go ahead and win this race, man.
That's right.
Kane County.
Appreciate you.
All right, take care.
Yeah, appreciate you.
All right. Really quickly, I want to congratulate my wife. She finished her dissertation. She's getting ready to. She has to defend it now. It's going to be great to see her defend it and become Dr. Deborah Anthony. Real quick, the Mike Alfaro show comes on. Pete, thank you. Jim, thanks so much for joining us. I want to end the show on this.
How many times are Democrats going to come down to the hood and pretend that they're going to do something and disappear for the next 3.5 years and then show back up like, hey, remember me? I'm so sick of this. It's the same thing over and over again, and everybody's pretending like we don't see it.
That's it. Trump 2024. Let's take it home. Let's win one for the Gipper.
Get out and vote. Don't be lazy.
That's right. Flip the ballot.
Active Campaign LLC seeks senior software engineer content to work closely with product managers and designers to address customer needs and prioritize bug fixes. Ensuring delivery of stable content management experience across platform. Requires a bachelor's or foreign education equivalent